Hi guys, welcome to Angel Whispers. Vanessa here speaking, and today we have another pick a card reading, and this is what are your spiritual gifts. Now this is requested to me by Saint Michael, the Archangel, because currently right now people are devastated due to the discord that happened, the angels say, and not everyone knows about it, but to be honest with you, if a light force was released, okay, one of the light workers was doing or helping serve the world, there will be a distort. The angels say it was like removing Jesus in the world kind of vibe thing, or something, or somebody that's really holy and has been, helping the world by his advocate or whatever he's doing. So that's what happens each time a light worker died. And sadly, sad news that if a light worker was murdered, it's really a discord, because even the heaven is upset about it, because it's not yet a time for that person to die, but then he died, okay, and somebody murdered him, right? So the life force was gone, and the angels say that we have to prepare for the consequences of it. It will be very hard for tarot readers to read. I feel like the heaven is upset, the heaven is mad. And to be honest with you, I'm channeling, my soul, because I was binded with my past soul. Okay, everyone does, but if you're binded to your past soul, means that you can have their power, okay? You can use their power, you can use the senses. That's why my senses is very strong, because I'm bind with my past soul. Now, my past soul say that all the gods, goddesses, whatsoever, I'm not sure if I will believe because I'm a Catholic, but then she told me that all of it is angry because of Sushant's death. And that's why I have been doing readings about that actor. I know that not all of you are into celebrities. To be honest, I'm not into celebrities as well. And I don't even watch, it's very rare for me to watch movies. I only watch if I was invited by a friend. But if you ask me if I really watch, before I did, but I'm losing interest with such, probably because of adulthood, I don't know, or I have been just busy. Because as a light worker, you need to do a lot of things. If you ask me if I have a lot of readings, to be honest, none, okay? It's very rare for me to accept sometimes, because my priority is what the divine wants me to do. Again, a very different tarot reader from other tarot readers, because I am angelic based and I follow what the angels wants me to do. And by the way, this is the one that they requested, that's why I come across with this. And the angels say to me, it's important to know your lessons, the angels say, because it will open up the possibilities to know yourself even more and to be aware about your gifts. Because the angels say if you are into spirituality, it's not easy to get there. Like, if example, you're meant to be a light worker, so what's happening to you is that most light workers, they are put into a box. What do I mean by that? They are put into a strict family household, or somewhere that's strict to the point that they cannot know what are their gifts. Okay, could be example, if a family is a family of doctors and so forth, okay, their kids are forced on to be doctors as well, for the family legacy. So how come will you know your spiritual gifts if being a doctor is not really your gift, or is not really what you want, kind of vibe? So light workers experience that. We really do have different, experiences, but you know, if you're a light worker, you're gonna experience that, and it's very hard for you to distinguish what is really your life purpose or what is really your talent, since you know you're being swayed ways by people trying to disrupt you, trying to, you know, release you from your own life purpose. So what God will do is that He will put you in a certain job that will train you for your life purpose job. Okay, another reason why we have a difficult situation in the past could be some people would experience to be poor or have those harsh childhood, because in the future, if you can be able to do, you know, life purpose, you know, work, you could be a counselor or you can help poor people as well. And it's your training to have a compassionate heart, but sadly, some people thought that having such a childhood or such experience, they need to be cold-hearted. They need to be someone who's very controlling of their money. They want their money on their own, or they refuse to give. Some people, because they have a because they have a bad childhood, they tend to be evil. They tend to end up as a terrorist and so forth. Okay, so the angels say, remember that if you have a harsh or rough past, it doesn't form you into evil. It forms you into someone that you should be for the future. To have a compassionate heart, to understand people that have encountered the same thing, and for you to learn about life. Okay, so if the job, example, if you have a job that you don't like, but then, you know, you're aware that, you know, that job is training you to be good in communication, example, or service, even though you're just a food server, don't make it as a just, okay? Because it's training you to serve others. And being somebody who's communicative, you can be able to speak in public, okay, which is really good. So don't discriminate your job, because you're gonna use that someday. You will realize it. You may not know it now, but in the future you will, they say. Is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, we got 6 pals here. Number 1 is 10 of Pentacles. Number 2, the Tower. Number 3, Justice. Number 4, 2 of Pentacles. Number 5, Page of Pentacles. Number 6, the Magician card. Choose wisely. Don't base it on your ego, or else it may not resonate. Let the cards call on to you. If no card is calling in, probably it's not the time for you to know, or you haven't discovered it yet, and the heaven wants you to have that self-discovery for yourself, like enjoy discovering who you are, okay, as a person, the angels say. But don't be upset if your guides don't want you to give a pile. Don't force them, okay? It's for the best. Just, you know, respect at least your guides or your timing. Don't force yourself too much, because, you know, if you're already in your life purpose job, I tell you guys, it's not that easy, okay? Because once that you have this certain task on earth, it will get your time. Sometimes it will get your money even. Okay, so is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway guys, just post the video if you're not yet ready, and I'll proceed now with number 1. Hi guys, for those who chose number 1, which is a 10 of Pentacles, here is your reading. So we'll see what are your spiritual gifts. Number 1. So this is your overall theme. You got to the sea. So I feel like it could be both ways for the to the sea, but we'll see why is it like that, why I sense this. So We're gonna see your DiXit cards. Number 1. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are your spiritual gifts. I sense the song True Colors for you guys. I'm gonna put that song or write that song after this, alright? Probably you have a good heart, that's why you got True Colors, and everyone loves you for who you truly are. I feel like you're an authentic person, and some of you are book smart. I feel like you're a reliable friend, and everyone loves you. That's what I'm sensing. You have a warm energy. But I feel like some of you has a rough childhood, like you're being judged when you're little. And I feel like my left hand hurts, so I feel like some people are jealous of you. They're jealous of your glow if ever you're a star or you're a prominent person. So don't mind those jealous people or those envious people about your success. Because I feel like, you strive a lot for success, number 1. So I just hope that I remember that you guys have a song. I'll just, put first all the cards here so I won't get confused, alright? Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 1. I have a feeling here that you have been betrayed over and over again. I feel like with regards to love life, you're not really lucky. And I feel like, I don't know why I sense some of you hate yourself, or think that you're not good enough, or you're the one who's the cause of the breakup. I feel like you love blaming yourself. Like even if it's somebody's fault, you blame yourself. Which is, I don't know if it's good, but at least you don't have a victim mentality, which is you gonna blame everyone. So anyway, this is, the overall energy, and this is the outcome. I feel like you experienced to be an outcast, so they asked me to pull more. So I feel like you are a healer, number 1. You encounter broken souls. That's why what happened to you is that you encounter some people that are narcissists. And some people that are broken-hearted as well, because you really meant to mend people's hearts. But I feel like it's really up to you if you want a narcissist, because I feel like number 1, okay, you have a bad luck with love life because you attract good people and also narcissists. So that's why you have to be watchful with I feel like you have to be patient with your love life. You don't have to rush love. You need to know them first. Because if you felt attracted because of beauty, again, you fail to see the attitude, you might fall for a narcissist. So make sure, guys, that you're looking at the attitude first before saying that you want them. Okay? Make sure that they are nice people. So we will clarify that some people love to play pretend or play mind games to make you stay. But I feel like you're smart, number 1. But make sure that you fall in love because of the beauty. No wonder why your song is True Colors. I feel like that is your lesson that you need to learn, guys, so that you won't have any bad luck with regards to love life. One more shuffle, they say. So we'll check. I really sense a manipulative energy. It has nothing to do with you, but some people are. And I feel like you're stressed because you're aware. You could be sensitive with energies, or you can read people. Like you can see their intentions if they are coming with a good intention, or they're coming on towards you with bad intentions, because I feel like you're highly intuitive, number one, but some of you just don't know how to use your talent very well. I feel like most of the time you felt drawn to an individual, okay, and then you don't know why. That's why you attract either good or bad. So by the way, I'm gonna write down your song number one. Right, so I just grabbed from my previous reads, so this is your song. I will read it for you all later. So by the way, the person that you're dealing, if you're still dealing with a narcissist, guys, they are really having that negative vibe on them, to the point that I need to sage again the room. Okay, so bath with salt and water, the angels say, if ever you're dealing with a narcissist. Okay, so this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. You got the reflection here. So I feel like you're someone who's trying to heal, because I feel like you encounter a lot of people that's controlling, manipulative, that keeps you stuck, keeps you awake at night. Some of you could be mentally, or you could have a, what they call this, some of you are suffering from mental health issue, the angels say, because you encounter a lot of narcissists in your life. And I feel like you encounter also people that drain your energy. That's what I'm sensing. If that energy could be money, that keeps you ungrounded. So I feel like, yeah, you carry a lot of hurt. And I feel like this is a reminder for you that you need to heal, because the sores are still there, okay, inside your heart. That's why you need to heal those pain, so that you may encounter true love in your life. That's what they want you to do, because I feel like you don't really have a potential lover, because what's holding you back is the past love. I feel like there's a tendency that you may have this Two of Cups, but then you're too focused, okay, on what happened to you in the past, rather than seeing the possibility that you may find true love. So don't lose your hope, because I feel like you really have a divine partner, or someone that's really meant for you, with a balance here. But I feel like some of you are being defensive, like you don't want to move on. You still in this pain or heartache about what happened to you in the past. But I feel like if ever you met this individual, okay, whom vibrates like you are, I feel like you will be given signs from heaven. With the Ace of Swords, you will know the truth, that this person was sent to you by God. So I feel like they are also showing to you what are your gifts. I feel like one of your gifts is that you will experience true love. If only you will let go of the past, or learn something from the past, because I feel like you attract a lot of people in your life. But I feel like I feel like some of you already met this person. Okay, you are aware that this person is still holding on to you, not giving up on you. They keep on giving you love, but then you always focus on the Three of Cups, which is a very sad number one. So you need healing work, so you may accept this Two of Cups. So I feel like they're showing you what are your gifts, okay. I feel like it's true love is what they're gonna give you. So with the Caught in the Ruins, guys, make it reverse. That's what they wanna say. Move on from it, so you may find true love, your true partner, the one that's destined for you. Because I feel like with the Two of Pentacles reverse, what I'm seeing here is that you need to encounter certain pain in the past, because you will use that in the future. Because I feel like with the Star here, you deserve somebody like you are. I feel like you need to let go of the past person. If ever your ex was still with you, or that toxic individual, because some of you are still dealing with it, I feel like to move away from this person. You could be dealing with someone who's manipulative or keeping you stuck, okay? Probably they're trying to stop you to go towards the star, towards a person that will give you the Two of Cups. So I feel like you don't have to be afraid to release your past person if that's a key situation that you haven't, released that past person. So anyway, here are your outcomes. So you got the Summer. So your spiritual gifts is that you're intuitive, okay? I feel like you know how to bloom a business or your money. You can make your money multiply because you're a deep thinker. You're logical as well, the angels say, and you have a lot of capabilities. I feel like some of you wasn't able to discover that, especially if you have been dealing with a narcissist since childhood, the angels say. And I feel like there's a tendency that you will reject these Two of Cups if you don't listen to your intuition or you don't listen to your heart. Because I have a feeling here, okay, for some of you, you know that person already. Okay, I feel like you're gonna attack. Okay, whomever this is, you're gonna make this person cry with the Four of Cups here. But you know in your heart, okay, that you have strong passion for this individual. But I feel like some of you just one night stand this person and then you walk away. Okay, because we know the attitude of the Knight of Wands. Okay, they will just come and then they will go. Come and go. So don't do that to these Two of Cups, guys. Okay, I feel like you have strong intuitive gifts or you're intellectual yourself, so use that so that you may encounter the right person. Use the lessons that you learned. Why you fall in love as well with a narcissist is teaching you to look within. Okay, attitude matters, and somebody that's beautiful, or if ever status, it doesn't base that way. You must look within the true colors. Okay, so with the Two Worlds, so they are requiring you to move on from your past person because I feel like you're not interested with any of your exes. Okay, and I feel like you're very defensive to the point that you're not putting an effort to love life, the angels say. And I feel like you really have a strong intuition or intellect mind. So that's why use that in finding a lover. That's what they want to say. You have the capabilities, why not use it? The angels say. And I feel like you're a very emotional individual. I feel like you're a detached person from others because of the problem that you encounter a lot in the past that keeps you stuck before. So I feel like you really don't want to put an effort even to friends. You tend to detach yourself. Okay, you tend to give a cold shoulder, like you're not there if they need something. I feel like whomever hurt you in the past really made you a cold person, which is not really good. Number one, you need to cleanse your soul. You need to heal your past. You need to have Reiki healing. Okay, or you need to hear Reiki sounds probably while you sleep. So anyway, let's see your charms. Number one, what it has to say. And you're a good money maker. That's one of your capabilities and spiritual gift. Like you're a money magnet. You have a colorful mind for some of you, the angels say. One more. So anyway, let's see. These are your charms. So the angels say make sure that you learn the lessons. Okay, you became wise after all the experiences that you experienced from past lovers. Okay, so that you won't get any narcissists, okay, in your life. Because I feel like you're someone who always encounter karmic. So in order for the cycle to break, make sure that you're not after only the sex, or you're not only after beautiful people. You don't judge people that way, so refrain from this. Okay, That's what they want you to do. I feel like you need to be mature. You need to re-examine your life. Why is it doesn't work? Why is it I always encounter the Three of Cups here? Okay, so that's what you need to put to end, guys. Okay, so that you'll be lucky with regards to love life, because I feel that you're someone who easily fall in love, could be with somebody that's beautiful. Okay, so they also ask you to learn how to listen to your heart, to your intuition, because I feel like you have that power. That's why you're abundant, you're intellectual. Then use that practicality with regards to finding a partner. Okay, that's why life goes in circles in your love life. Like, you encounter tears, you encounter drama because you encounter a lot of narcissists, and I feel like you easily fell in love because of beauty. That's what's wrong. So I feel like also your spiritual gifts, I feel like this is your skill, like you have a talent to write. That's what I'm sensing here. And I feel like with this one, you need to discover yourself more. That's what they want to say. And learn what true love is. It has nothing to do with just sex. It has nothing to do with just beautiful face or money and so forth. Because I have a feeling here that you have a potential to have a family. Because you know how to bloom your own tree. You will be a good father figure for some of you, or you will be a good provider for your future spouse. Because you're an emperor or empress. That is your vibe. And I feel like they want you to put an ending, or they want you to put to rest the past. Because I feel like for some of you, you're still upset about your love life. You're not really happy with regards to love life because it's not accelerating. I feel like you're lucky with regards to career, but then with regards to love life, you're not really lucky. I feel like you're a loyal person, but then I feel like this is what you long. You want to be loyal to somebody that's the right person. And I feel like with this airplane, you really need to move on. Okay, you haven't moved on yet from your past relationship. And the angels say, if ever you haven't met this Two of Cups yet, they told me that they are just protecting that person that's really made for you, because you have a tendency to ignore this person. Okay, they want to make sure that you became practical. They want to make sure that you learn from the mistakes of the past. So take some time to question about your life, about your love life, why it didn't work. Okay, why is it, you haven't encountered yet your Two of Cups for some. And for some of you, I feel like you know this person already. So the clue for your future spouse or for this Two of Cups is that they will come towards you, or unexpectedly, that they will appear in your life. And the moment that you see them, I feel like whenever you remember them, you will smile, you will be happy. You feel like it's the right person for you. And that person is sweet. A very nice person, nice energy vibe, sweet individual, that's what I'm sensing, or calm energy. So you will miss that opportunity with that lover if you are still living in the past, or you're still dealing with somebody that's a narcissist. So make sure that you're learning the lessons and cleanse your energy vibe, the angels say. Really, I sense that there's negativity in your reading, guys. Okay, so you have been heartbroken before. Okay, and the heaven requires you to look within. Why is it things are not working in your past relationship? And some of you decided to be alone or single for the rest of your life because you know to yourself that you're not really successful with regards to relationship, but you're successful with regards to career. So I feel here that I feel like you always cling on to the past, or you always remember your past relationship with karmics. And I feel like your paintings, if ever you know how to draw, to write songs, etc., you're like Taylor Swift, the angels say. You love to write songs about your karmics. I feel like your past, your hurt, is what they call this, is what you apply on your art. That's what I'm sensing of what you produce. So I feel like you have this generational curse. So for you guys, some of you could be, you have a generational curse. That's why you're having a bad luck with regards to love life. I feel like some cases, if you feel thrown to number 1 stone or number 3, because of number 1 stone in my generational curse, men there will get this generational curse wherein they will fall in love with somebody that's really manipulative. And in order for them to break the cycle is that they need to learn that attitude matters. Okay, that's what they need to learn to break the curse or the spell. Whatever it is, okay? For number 3, generational curse, so what will happen to you is that you will have this coldness in you, that you easily cut people off, but you're very lucky with regards to money. Okay, so anyway, with this one, I feel like you're single, number 1, because you're afraid of people. That's why you're someone that's very detached even to your friends, because I see that in your reading. Like you don't put an effort to your friends. You're detached from others. So you're afraid of people. You're afraid to socialize because of what happened to you. I feel like you really dealt with manipulative people, but you managed to escape that. For some of you, you're still dealing with that. So the angels say that the heaven is always on your side. I feel like the spiritual gift that you have is that you can reach your goals and your dreams. I feel like because could be you're someone who's an internet sensation. For some of you, you could be rich, you could be abundant, because look at that, whatever you do blooms. That's your spiritual gift. And of course, if you are rich, if you are prominent, people will take your money, will take your bag of cash. Okay, no wonder why you guys tend to be alone. And I feel like some of you have a harsh childhood, or your household life is not really good, and you managed to escape that. That's why, you're somebody that is rich, but it's not that happening. The angels say they want you to know your capability is to be abundant. Okay, you have to discover that. And you have to know that you're an intellectual person, that you're someone who can create, that you can be somebody who can be out there in public, in the public eye. You can be a star, because I feel like you dealt with a family that is toxic, that refuses you to see your light. Okay, they put you in this box, okay, and they dim your light. And they thought that, you don't have much talent, and then they will say to you, hey, you can be this, you can be a doctor even if you're not really meant to be a doctor, kind of vibe thing. So that's why I feel like your childhood years is not really good. Like, people manipulate you. I feel like even your family is kind of narcissist vibe. Like, you always need to follow them, and they don't listen to you, which is really sad. Okay, so I feel like you really have hate in your heart, not only because of your family, but you encounter people that use you for your money. Like, look at that, from rags to riches. You're someone who's rich, you're someone who can perform or make money, and then this person that you dealt with in the past just ate your money. Okay, and you're someone who's being controlled, and you have hate about it. I feel like that's why you became single, number 1, because you already escaped it. For some of you, that's why you're single, and you're good at manifesting abundance. That's your power, number 1. So anyway, Here is the overall theme. So you got to the sea, and this is in either way. Why is it like that? Because some of you, okay, you're still stuck with a narcissist, and you need to release that. Okay, you need to move on as well. Okay, from your karmic, from your past, so that you may have your 10 of Pentacles. You may have true love. Because you will forever be like this if you didn't move on. Okay, for some of you, you fantasize about having a true love, but how can you have true love if you live in the past? So make sure that you are healing. Make sure that you're learning from your past mistakes. So I will also write down for number 1, you need to, the angels say you need to realize what is practicality, the angels say, and learn from your mistakes as well of the past. Where you went wrong, why you don't have any successful relationship. So anyway, here is your song. So you got True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Your true colors are beautiful like a rainbow. So this is what you need to learn, number 1. You should base it on the true colors of your Two of Cups. Take some time to know your person. Don't just fall in love with the looks. Don't just fall in love with the body. Fall in love because they have a beautiful heart. That is what matters the most, because remember, beauty fades. And even the body, didn't last long that it will look that way. Okay, be practical, guys, because you have a beautiful mind. Okay, and you're somebody that's intellectual. You know how to create your dreams. So why not create a good dream for a love life, right? So it just take a lesson to learn. So we'll see what else. So you got career change. So I feel like you're good at money making, and you're good at changing. You're good at shifting your career. Like you can be flexible, which is really nice. That's what I'm sensing. So for some of you, the angels say you're meant to be a light worker. You're meant to teach people what you learned in difficult situations, because I feel like some of you have been through a lot since childhood, and also some of you, you're destined to write about your childhood, because children card is here. Probably you're destined to work with children, or I feel like you need to heal your inner child. So let's see what else. What are your spiritual gifts? I feel like you can be flexible. That's your spiritual gift. You can write a book, okay, about your life. You can work with kids. That's what I'm seeing here. And you're a healer. That's why you attract a narcissist. You're a light worker. You have spiritual gifts and let go, freedom, and also nutrition. So what I feel here, guys, is that they're requiring you to let go of the past. Okay, and for something that is living in fantasy world, like example, you could have this dream guy or girl, like they should be beautiful, they should be handsome, you have high qualities, okay, or they should be rich, they should be this and that. You must release that. Okay, don't dream so badly, because even though they are like this, you are attracted because of what they have. Remember, what matters the most is pure heart. That is what you need to learn. Okay, so freedom. So if ever you're still dealing with somebody that's a narcissist, free yourself. That's what I want to suggest to you. So with the nutrition, you conduct healing work with your culinary arts. So this has a connection with the healer and the nutritionist. So I have a feeling here that you could be someone who serves food for others, or you could be somebody that is a giver. But if you give to others, you heal people. You could have a giving heart. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're good at cooking, but whatever you serve to people, it will heal them because that is your spiritual gift. So anyway, this is your advice. Oneness is my true nature. So I have a feeling here that you're good at being single. You're good at being independent. But I have a feeling here that there's a lack inside you. I feel like sometimes you feel nostalgic and you really dream of a partner, which I have here, but they ask you, let go, right? Let go of your illusions and be somebody that's in love with a loving person. That's what they want you to do, number 1. Okay, so you may have a successful love life, if ever that is what you want, but it really depends on you. The angels say if you want to be single forever, or if you choose to marry, get married in the future. But in order for you to get married in the future, is that you need to learn your lessons, okay, or break that generational curse if you feel like you have it, okay? And I already told you how to release that, okay? Anyway, your spiritual gifts, you're a good money maker, you're flexible, you can change your career, and you could work with children. I feel like you need to heal your inner child, and for some of you, you're required to write about your story, especially if you have a harsh childhood, the angels say. And encourage people not to give up hope, because I feel like you encounter a lot of things since childhood, so you'll be a good teacher for others. So is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Those who chose number 1, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 2, which is the Tower, here is your reading. So we'll see. What are your spiritual gifts, number 2? So this is your overall theme you got, not for you. And then imagine, and then unfinished symphony. I feel like you're tired of mind games or playing the blame game. Okay, so you could have a disruptive energy as well because of the Tower, where people get intrigued by your presence. But we'll check first with your DiXit cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 2. One more, they say. So we'll check another shuffle, they told me. One more, they say. Suddenly my heart pump. I wonder what's up, guys. Why is it? Probably you get nervous a lot, or you shake a lot. I don't know why. Shake could be nervousness. I feel like you feel like drowning. You could have mental health issues, number 2. I feel like you have a lot of inner child woundings that you haven't healed yet. And I feel like you doubt yourself too much, but unfortunately you remain stuck in it. Sadly, probably that's why you're here in this reading. You don't know yet what you're incapable about, because people put you in the box to the point that you didn't see yourself. Okay, you're just in the box, and what the elders or people are telling you of who you are is what you are, and that's what you believe in, rather than exploring yourself outside the box so you may discover who you really are. That's what I'm sensing, because look at you, you're stuck. Okay, but I don't know why people are intrigued by your presence, but we'll see. Because you haven't discovered yourself. Probably you have a low self-esteem because of the manipulation that people put you to, number 2. But we'll check with your cards. Let's see what it has to say. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 2. I feel like you have a tendency to have self-harm. The angels say you are a beautiful soul, but the angels say make sure that you don't fall into the trap of what other people are saying about you. I feel like stop stressing about your social media. That's what they want to say. I feel like you're somebody that's being judged over and over again by people. Like you don't know your true self anymore. You're affected by their words, especially if they are negative. I feel like you have hatred within too. That's what I'm sensing as well. Since childhood, you have this hatred within you, and you haven't erased that hatred. I feel like for some of you, you're even angry with your parents, or not even with parents, but relatives, somebody that's closer to you since childhood. I really sense that anger within you. You have to heal yourself, okay? And you have to know yourself. That's what they want you to know. If ever you're aware that people around you are really manipulative energy, or you can't figure yourself out because of them, you must release yourself from them. You must discover yourself. Okay? So you got will, wisdom, and mind. See? You're distorted. This is the outcome. I feel like you're feeling an outcast. I feel like you seek for attention. You could be somebody that's a party goer because you've been through a lot and you just want to be happy in your life. That's why you act that way. But we'll check with your tarots. We will clarify. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. Thank you. 3 more shuffles, they say. So they even say that it's okay to walk away from your family, from your spouse. I feel like for some spouse, I don't know why spouse I feel. Probably you dealt with somebody that's really a narcissist. That's also what I get. And I feel like you wasn't able to escape that spouse of yours. I feel like you're full of hate. You even hate the world. That kind of vibe. That's why you have this disruptive energy. Probably people could sense how angry you are. They sense your anger towards everybody, towards the world. That's why you have this intriguing vibe on you, number 2. And some of you, you might ended up being a terrorist if you keep it up. That's why you have to tame the beast within. The angels say you need healing work, you need Reiki. Okay, you need Reiki healing for you. So anyway, this is your overall, energy of this reading. So I feel like for some of you, you are in this committed partnership. Okay, if that partnership could be the group setting or family, could be that really keep you stuck. Okay, and you're too focused on whatever judgment that they put you onto, but it's distorted. It's not what you really are. Okay, whatever they say to you, whatever structure that they form onto you, you're not that. And you really need healing work to do, number 2. And you need to know yourself. You need to know your true colors, your true nature. Spend some time, guys, please, to be alone. Because some of you could be party goers. You're always with your friends. Okay, and I feel like you think that being with your friends will make you happy. Okay, but to be honest, you are lonely within. You really need a lot of healing work to do, and you need to put your life in order. That's why you need to pause. You need to have a big break, guys, okay, to heal yourself, to know yourself even, because look at you, your life is distorted, and I feel like things are not going well even with your career. Like even if you have money, imagine yourself that you're a party goer but you have a job. You're just putting your money towards partying with your friends, or with your addictions, could be if not friends. So they are asking you, please release yourself from this kind of habit. Okay, now learn yourself even more, like focus on you, focus on your healing work, focus on money, focus on saving your abundance, and start building a future for yourself. Okay, don't be like the grasshopper in the story of the ant and the grasshopper, which is the ant worked very hard, okay, to have, food for the winter. But the grasshopper wasn't able to save. That kind of grasshopper will just, happy-go-lucky. Don't be like the grasshopper. Be somebody that is prepared for the future. Because I feel like what's lacking here, guys, look at you. You're not really happy. I feel like you love to drink, could be a lot, or you have this kind of addiction, but that addiction is really draining your abundance. Okay? And the judgment is in reverse. I feel like you keep on doing that with a karmic trench. You keep on repeating doing the things that you shouldn't be doing. And I feel like, unfortunately, some of you are still doing it while you view this channel. Okay? So I know that it's about spiritual gifts, but the angels wants you to see this. How can you know your spiritual gift if you keep on doing this to yourself, if you continue on hurting yourself? Because, to be honest with you, if you're not grounded, okay, COVID-19 is teaching us to survive. Okay, if you're not prepared, how can you survive this kind of disaster? Okay, could be some of you are very dependent to your relatives, very dependent on others, but they're asking you, please ground yourself. Focus on you. Okay, because to be honest, what's going on with you, you're not helping yourself. You're kinda harming yourself, or even cursing yourself, and you don't respect your body. For some of you, you could be, not really respecting your body. You're giving your body to others. That can be. Okay? And people disrespect your body because that's how you treat yourself. Okay? Focus on you, please. Heal yourself, number 2. Okay? And please, I feel like you have a good heart here, but you're not really lucky with regards to career, or could be because you have been partying, or could be because of addiction. I feel like your heart really needs healing work, because you really have a good heart. I feel like you became distorted because of your childhood. Could be you have a harsh childhood. That's why you became somebody that don't really plan for a future. But I feel like you have a lot of downfall, and you're kind of secretive, I feel. But then I feel like sometimes you get exposed of what you did, that's something nasty. I feel like it's because the heaven is trying to change you, because you're distorted. Okay, you're kind of like a distorted masculine or feminine, number 2. So please arrange your life, give up on your addiction, and start on focusing on your future, trying to rebuild your life. Okay, because what's gonna happen to you, you will remain like this forever. Because I feel like you really do have spiritual gifts, but you're not listening. The angels say whatever they say to you, you're not listening. Okay, you're not spiritual, is what I'm saying here. Okay, and I feel like with the moon, you're not even listening to your intuition. But I feel like you're not really looking at your spiritual gifts. I feel like you have been given a talent, a skill. Yes, you have a job. Okay, you acknowledge that. But unfortunately, you know, you're not giving love to yourself. You're not helping yourself. They gave you the talent, they gave you that skill so that you can be able to manifest the future that you want. Would you want to stay like this forever? That's what I want to say. You ask about your spiritual gifts. Well, how can we give you that if you're not even listening to the divine? If you're disconnected yourself from the creator, if you have hate. Okay? So take some time to heal. Go to a Reiki healer or listen to Reiki music. Okay? So anyway, this is your outcome. So they request you please let go of your addictions. That's what they want you to do first in order to discover yourself and cleanse yourself. Okay? And don't give in to others. Focus on your career and on the angels say you have uplifting vibration, but you could have a disruptive vibration, especially if you hate within. Okay? So the angels wants you to heal by crying it all out. Whatever happened in the past that's imbalance, clear it out and focus on your abundance, on your money. That's what they want you to do. And separate yourself from somebody or something that is influencing you to be a bad person. Because you're the empress or emperor. You're tend to be a good person. You're created not to be distorted. The angels say, work on yourself. Work on your healing work. Work on discovering who you really are. Because you're greater more than you think. You're just destroyed. Probably you have a bad past. That's why you act this way. Okay? I know that you're annoyed that this is about spiritual gifts. But I am angelic based. I will say what the angels wants to say to you. Because you need to learn number 2. Okay? And I don't want you to lose yourself. I don't want you to lose your life. You're a good person. You just need to know yourself. 2. The angels say you're talented. Okay? So we'll see with your charms what it has to say for you. One more. So they gave you a lot of charms. Really, your guides want to talk to you. They want to say that you have been treated badly in childhood. That's why your heart was destroyed. But the heaven wants you to know that you are loved, that you are blessed. Okay? That's what they want to say to you. And I feel like you're someone, okay, could have a loving heart. I feel like that is your spiritual gift, that you're a loving person. So for some of you, you could be sexually abused or raped and so forth because you gave your body right away. That can be. People have a lot of taste of it. That's what I'm sensing here. And I feel like you're someone who plays pretend to be happy, because I see that here in your reading. Okay, but then deep within you're really wounded. You're really a broken person, because it says here, always be yourself. Unless you can be a unicorn, then always be a unicorn. So don't pretend on something whom you really are. And they want you to prepare, the angels say, because big changes are about to happen in your life. Number 2, and the heaven is helping you. Okay, it's helping you release all those negativity, all those things that distorted you. You need to put that to ending. You need to heal your heart. You need to heal your addiction, Amber, to put it to ending. Okay, because you're in the negative cycle, the angels say. You need to break it. You need to break it by not doing the same mistake again. That's what they want you to do. And to cry everything out. That's what they want you to do. And I feel like you always remember your your childhood could be. I feel like you have anger within, okay, that you need to cleanse. That's why you need to heal yourself. You need to cry it all out. So I feel like you have been dealing with addictions. Could be friends that really shouldn't be your friends, that can be, or a group that cause you to be hateful, that can be. And you're loyal to them, you're a loyal friend. But look at you, you're not accelerating with regards to money matters or career. And even love life, the angels say, I feel like your spiritual gift is that you have a loving heart. You have love to give, but then how can you love if you're distorted? How can you love if you don't love yourself? That's why people disrespect you, because you disrespect yourself. So make sure that you take some time to heal and focus on your career. That's what I want you to do. And trust that you will accelerate. And how can you do that? Well, release your addictions. Okay? Release yourself from your old patterns. That's what I want you to do, because you have a tendency to be the emperor or empress. You have a tendency to build an empire. If you make it work, if you make it happen, and if you are wasting your money on the right things, or you're saving your money, not only, I feel like you could be somebody that's overindulging. That's why, you didn't save money. Okay, that could be. Okay, and this time around, be somebody that's intellectual. That's what I want you to do, and let go of old patterns and move on from something that's hurtful. Could be about your past. That's what I'm sensing here. And be mature. Okay, be mature to know or to think about your future. That's what I want you to do. Okay, and I feel like you have really anger within. That's why you need some time to heal. You need some time to cry. Take some time to cry. And some of you could be, you're stuck with somebody that's, could be marriage that is toxic. That's why you wasn't able to see yourself. Could be you're encountering somebody that's really manipulative or a narcissist. That can be. That's why you fail to look within. You fail to know yourself. Know your true colors, because it was stuck here. I feel like you're having a hard time to express yourself, even number 2. So that's why it's very important to you, for you to be alone right now, to release yourself from any disturbance, like could be friendship that's not working, could be this connection that is very stressful. Okay, and I feel like take some time to be happy by doing what makes you happy, like photography, or knowing what makes you happy, or knowing your own hobbies. Okay, so let's see your DiXit cards. So you got this one. So you're stuck. You don't know yourself because somebody has been controlling you, so that you may not know your spiritual gifts or what you can do. Okay, you have been hurt. That's what I'm sensing, and you need some time to heal that, the angels say. And they ask you to focus on investing for your future, the angels say. And I feel like this is a changes that's about to happen in your life. Number 2 is that you will be left alone, especially if your friends, okay, could be your relatives, even could be your partner, is draining you, or is somebody that is keeping you stuck or keeping you in a box to the point that you don't know yourself anymore. I feel like the changes that's gonna happen is that they will release you from it, so that you can be able to look within and learn the lessons in your life, because your life goes round and round in circles. You don't have plan for the future. Okay, you're just somebody that goes with the flow. You're just a happy-go-lucky person, and that's it. Okay, and I have a feeling here that for some of you, you dealt with somebody that's really a narcissist and you have anger within because you encountered this person. So tame the beast within. The angels say heal yourself, okay, and discover your talents. The angels say, and go away from people that is, cutting your dreams, that's not wanting you to know yourself. I feel like you're really destined, number 2, right now, to be left in the cold, to be alone, to be single, to be away from your friends, from your relatives, from your colleagues, because you need some time to heal. And your background right now is very toxic for you to grow. It was like you're like a plant that's surrounded by weeds. Okay, and how can you grow if you're surrounded by those stuff? That's something that's not healthy for you. So that's what's gonna happen, number 2. So you will have discovery about yourself, okay, of who you really are, because the heaven don't want you to stay like that forever. They want you to accelerate. They want you to be successful. They want you to be healthy. They want you to be wise. They want you to see yourself in a different perspective, rather than people think about you in a negative way. Okay? So we'll check with your theme. So you got the knot for you. So unfinished symphony. So I feel like for some of you, you have a distorted childhood, to be honest. Okay? People could be always against you. Okay, and that's why I feel like since you're broken since childhood, that's why you didn't discover yourself. That's what happened to you, like the door is closed. And with unfinished symphony, I feel like, yeah, somebody's manipulating you, and you need to release that, whomever is toxic in your life, so you can be able to heal from this, so you can be able to know yourself even more, and to, erase that cycle or break that cycle of being a happy-go-lucky person, not thinking about the future and so forth, because really, the heaven loves you, the angels say. Okay? Because some of you have hatred with heaven. And I feel like this is about to happen in your life, that you need to be alone. They will break down something that's unhealthy for you, your cycle, so you can change. Because the heavens say you cannot stay like that forever. We love you. We want you to change. We want you to know yourself. We want you to know how much important you are in this world. That despite of you having a difficult childhood and so forth, whatever you say that is difficult for you, it has to happen for lessons learned. Could be you're meant to be a counselor, to be there for people that experience the same pain. Could be you're meant to help more people. Okay, that's why you encounter it. So don't take it too personally about the negativity of the past. Don't bring that in the present moment, because you can't use that in the future, that grudges. You cannot use that in the future. You will be like an alcohol, an addict and so forth if you push forward with your hatred to the world. So please take some time to heal. Use Reiki healing to heal yourself. That's what I'm gonna suggest for you all to do. So these are your advice. So you cut the flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So I feel like the heaven is telling you that you need to ground yourself. And to help you heal is that go to nature, because nature has healing vibration. And the angels say plant good seeds rather than the bad seeds. That's what I want to say as well. Create a legacy. It's never too late to rebuild your life. You know what? Okay, my age is 35 and I just discovered myself 2018. It's never too late. It's never too late to know yourself. It's never too late to do your life purpose job. It's never too late to change your life. That's what I'm gonna suggest to you. Okay, so this is the next card. You got the body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, and exercise training. So it's now time to love yourself, the angels say, because some of you could be giving in your body to others. So I feel like make sure that you learn your lessons. You need to set up healthy boundaries. You need to love yourself, nurture yourself, and be giving to others as well, because some of you could have a distorted childhood to the point that you don't want to give, to the point that you have anger to the world, that you don't want to provide goodness for others. Okay, that could be. So this is your card. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So what I want you to do is that you really need to cry. Number 2, you need to release those negativities that you have here. Okay, and I feel like this is what you believe in, the joyful presence. But the angels say the joy is what you are within. You cannot have joy if you have hatred in your heart. How can you find joy? How can you find peace? If after you party, if after you do you're in your addictions, okay, when you try to, come to your senses, you'll be again lonely. I feel like you really need to heal your heart. You're really heartbroken, number 2. And let go of the past. I know that it's hard. I admit to you all that, until now, I'm kind of carrying also childhood woundings. But it's now time to heal. It's now time to let go. It's now time to live in the present moment. Okay? We are in a different time right now. Okay? We're not in the past anymore. We free ourselves from that. That's what you need to remember. We are not there in the box. We are outside the box. We are in the present. Okay? Those traumatic past, I know that it's hard. But I feel like you guys really need to heal. You need to see a doctor for some of you, or a counselor. Okay? But start first by Reiki. By thinking of certain things that you need to cry out about. Okay? Learn from every heartache that you have, rather than hate right away. The angels say it's now time for you to change your life, for your future. So that next time around, if you go again to this reading, you will see what are your really gift. What gifts that you really have, rather than these sermons from heaven. Okay, I know that some of you are annoyed that you ask for spiritual gifts, but the angels say before knowing that, please change your life. So is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Those who chose number 2, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 3, which is the Justice card, here is your reading. So, we'll see what are your spiritual gifts, number 3. Okay, so anyway, this is the overall theme of this reading. To be fair, I'm sensing odd energies here, number 3. Between worlds and also exchanging gifts. Probably you're having a hard time to focus. Like, I feel like you encounter certain difficulties in your life, and I feel like you want justice. You kind of like number 2, but in a different sense. Like you have anger in your heart that you need to cleanse. But I'm not saying that you should pick number 2, but I feel like you're different person, the number 2. So don't force yourself, don't go towards it unless it's calling you. So we'll check. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 3. So in a logical sense, I feel like you encounter this pain because they want you to change the world. They want you to teach people how to escape this difficult situation. I feel like you're meant to be preachers. You're meant to teach people how to make the right decisions. That's what I'm sensing. I feel like for some of you, you're against committing suicide. You're somebody, I don't know why I sense Sushant suddenly. Sushant is not really into suicide, but I feel like you believe in hope. That's what you believe in number 3. But we will see with your tarots what it has to say. Probably it's Sushant's pile too. Okay, but we'll check. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards. So the angels say to me that most masculines, this is their pile. So I feel like for some of you, you felt drawn to this pile because your counterpart, your masculine, this is their pile. So you got path unknown. It came. I can't hardly speak and my head hurts a lot. Kind of masculinity vibe here. Okay, but if you are feminine and you're watching this and you think that this is your pal, probably, you know, you're always up in your head space. Like you tend to think a lot and you forgot that you have a heart. The angels say. But we'll check. Anyway, this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So what is the outcome? So the angels say that the heaven is helping you to survive because they know that you will help the world. You will save the world from dishonesty, from cruelty, from being dishonest. I feel like you're gonna teach authenticity in people's lives. That's what I'm sensing here. I feel like you have a tendency to twist and turn even your attitude, but we will see. We will clarify your cards number 3. So angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 3. Oh dear, really? My head hurts with your pile so badly. I feel like for some of you, you have sleepless nights. Or sometimes you have migraines. It's because you guys think a lot. I feel like you fail to make the wise choice sometimes. I feel like you're having a hard time to figure out about who you really are because you tend to sabotage by overthinking. That's why you're here. You don't know your power. You want a tarot reader to clarify it for you. Makes sense. So I will say, what is your gift if the angels will let you? Because in some pile they didn't tell. Because the angels are asking, please cleanse first yourself. But hopefully this pile, they will show you what is your spiritual gifts. Okay, one more they say. I feel like you have this gift of giving as well. And people tend to manipulate your kindness as a weakness. So anyway, this is your overall energy that's affecting the reading. So I feel like what your spiritual gifts are, the angels say you're incapable of being abundant. But For being like this, you must let go of yourself from toxicity, because I feel like there is someone that's holding you from going towards either Emperor or Empress energy. So somebody has been controlling you ever since. Okay, it could be from childhood and so forth. That can be. So this is your card, so you got on track. So what the angels are telling me here is that I feel like it's more on you. Why? Because you're destined to be independent. Okay, you could be someone that forcefully was released from the family. Okay, I feel like some of you are having a hard time to escape the bondage inside the family. Okay, that's what I'm sensing, like you're still stuck there. That's why you wasn't able to discover your gifts. That's why you wasn't able to be abundant. Probably you're stuck in a household that's draining your money. That can be. Or you encounter a manipulative individual in your family that is, not wanting you to be successful, not wanting you to grow, not wanting you to succeed, because they want to be the one who will be the emperor or empress. My dear, it's very hard to speak in your pile, because I feel like they distorted you. They don't want you to express yourself. They don't want you to know who you really are, your true colors, the angels say. And I feel like you have been through a lot of heartache inside. That's what's happening to you. And you want to save your own money. You want to be abundant, but then what's happening to you is that you've been giving and giving to the point that you forgot yourself. Okay, and I feel like for some of you, you don't know how to get away from this person. I feel like whomever is draining your money or your energy is someone that's like a distorted feminine or masculine. They don't know how to grow their own money. They're not really grounded. They could be independent. They could be controlling because they are weak themselves. Okay, they're holding on to you. They're so toxic to you. They keep on hurting you or saying mean words to you. Okay, so lightning bolt in reverse, meaning you haven't discovered yourself yet because you're stuck with them. Okay, that's what happened to you. So with the fated meeting being here, I have a senses here, guys, that you really long. This is your dream. You want to feel loved because you're not loved in the family since childhood. That's what you dream about, and you dream of escaping from this bondage. You want to discover more what's out there. It's like the story of the Little Mermaid that wants to discover what's out there aside from the ocean. Because I have a feeling here with the Three of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Swords reverse is that you know this, you know what you want to do. But sadly, some of you, you're not waiting for an opportunity, or you're being stuck rather than making an action, which is really sad. So for some of you, you're still stuck in this situation. And with the birth, I feel like you're not really loved of where you are. That's why you really have these hunches that you have to release yourself from these people. So the angels say that it might happen sooner or later, because during July is when we always experience some changes, especially if it's eclipse season. Expect that there will be huge changes. That's not really expected. Okay, we haven't done it any change readings, but let's see if there will be changes in your life. So I have a feeling here that you're really meant to speak. For some of you, you're meant to teach, you're meant to preach, but then since you're stuck, you wasn't able to do that. I feel like this is your life purpose. This is in upright supposedly. Okay, you should be awakened You should be applying what you learned. You should be teaching others. But then you got stuck. I feel like you haven't discovered the talent yet of speech, of speaking to the public. Okay? Probably some of you are in fear. You don't know your talent because they put you in this certain box, in this certain perspective of what you are not. Okay, you're like Ariel that's stuck in the water. You're not yet there going outside discovering the world, discovering who you are. But I feel like your spiritual gift is you're someone who should be a preacher. You should be someone who's a motivator. You should be someone whom is putting up there to uplift others. Okay, to be a good example for everyone since you're against suicide. Okay, or you're somebody who's just learning this lesson so that you may be able to convince others that there is hope, okay, in this life. Anyway, with this Master Artisan in reverse, I have a feeling here that you have a good heart. You are a giver, but you're not using your giver gift. Probably because you have been hurt. That's why you're not giving anymore. Okay? So, your life has been distorted because you experience evil. You experience people that are not really treating you well. And then with the Lovers, I feel like you're wanting really love, life. That's what I'm sensing. But you always ended up being the 10 of Cups. But I feel like someone is really meant for you, number 3. To be honest, there is. But some of you could be, it already happened, that you already find these Lovers, the one that is really meant for you. But then you accidentally broke it. Because you didn't manifest it. Because you didn't heal from your past hurts. That's why you wasn't able to give. You wasn't able to give this lover a chance. Okay, so I feel like the lesson learned there is that you should heal from your past. Okay, so that your heart will be open. So no wonder why you have to preach. I feel like you need to preach about your mistake as well. I feel like you're having a hard time as well to heal, okay? Or I feel like you have a tendency to feel regretful of your lost partner. Feel like you're really in love with that individual, whomever that is, okay? That could be your divine feminine or masculine. I just could sense that whomever this is, he or she is really destined for you. This person is the bringer of the 10 of Cups for you, but it didn't work out, or you didn't put enough effort. This is very sad because of what happened in your childhood. Probably you really have a rough childhood. That's why it affected you on how you treat your girlfriend or boyfriend. That can be. And you need to cry it all out to cleanse the energy, the angels say, so that you can be able to have your 10 of Pentacles, the angels say. That's what they want you to do. So I have a feeling here that for some of you, you're still stuck in this. I feel like for some of you, spouse, if not family, stuck here in this with this person. You're still holding on to it even though they haven't asked you. Please let them go because it's really affecting your growth. Because this is what you need to do. You need to release yourself from toxicity, cry all. What you need to heal. And if you're stuck in this situationship, I feel like you need to let that go and focus on you. Focus on money growing, the angels say. Focus on your life purpose job. So Archangel Michael, I feel like really there's somebody that's really meant for you, number 3. I feel like with Archangel Michael, I feel like Archangel Michael is trying to convince your partner, whomever this is, because look how spiritual she was. Okay, the angels are trying to give signs to this person to accept you back in their life. That's what's happening here. Okay, so I feel like whomever this is also spiritual, your partner. Okay, and I feel like you're someone who really wants true love. But with the justice, I feel like you need first to work on with yourself. You need first to heal. You need first to be somebody that will do this first, your life purpose. Because if you didn't do this yet, the angels say they cannot give you your lover if you're not yet there. Because they cannot give you this partner if you will only hurt them, if you still live in what you are before. So make sure that you change number 3 to convince this person, because I feel like you guys are meant to be. Okay, but it just didn't work out in your favor because you reject the offer, or you didn't make it successful, you didn't make it work. I feel like you're aware that it's your fault. That's what I'm sensing. I feel like whomever this lover here, your partner, I feel like this is your divine counterpart or partner, whatever you call it. I feel like there's still anger there. There's still anger there. So I feel like it may take some time for this person to heal, but I feel like there is divine intervention that's going on. Like Saint Michael is bringing you together, but on the right timing, when you are ready, when both of you are accelerated or in the same vibration. Because if only one is only doing the work, how can that person accept you if you're not someone who are like them, right? So, you need to have that motivation to change so you can have them back. Okay, that's what I'm gonna suggest you to do, number 3. Because I feel like you haven't moved on yet from it. So this is your outcome. So I have a feeling here that you need to cry a lot. That's what I'm sensing. Of something that didn't work out, of your disappointments, because there's a lot. With the journey reverse, there's a lot of things that you didn't heal. That's why I feel like for you all, you are independent, but the problem here is that there's something that is attached to you that you haven't moved on yet, that you need to let go from the past. I feel like it's more the healing work on childhood days, or could be traumatic relationships. So you need some time to heal. That's why number 3 is green, because you need healing work to do, number 3. And the spiritual gift that they say to you, you really have a good skill on expressing yourself. But sadly, you haven't, discovered it yet. Probably you're still in this household that's controlling you, manipulating you. That's one of your outcomes. So next outcome is diversity. So what I want you to do right now is plan for the future on how to heal your heart as well. Because I feel like you haven't moved on yet from this. You're still thinking about it, but you know to yourself that this is the one. So they want you to be grounded. They want you to stay for this person. They want you to be single. Okay, so that when you come forth, you don't have a partner. Another reason why this person is not going towards you, probably you rush love. Probably you're somebody with someone else. Okay, but you know to yourself, don't fool yourself, be authentic. Because you know to yourself that this person is the one, then why are you dating someone else that doesn't resonate with you? It's now time to be single. And just to wait for the perfect time. You don't have to rush love. Okay, that's what you need to do. Because you're not yet ready. You need healing work to do. Okay, because you might hurt your counterpart again. If ever if ever you didn't able or you wasn't able to heal yourself, the angels say, and be honest to yourself, because I feel like for some of you, you are in a relationship but not with your true love. This is your true love. Okay, that's why they ask you, please be honest to yourself, to your heart. Don't love just because you want someone to love you. You need to love yourself. You need to be cooperative with the divine, that there's a process there. And you're not yet there because you wasn't able to preach. You wasn't able to be the light for others. You wasn't able to heal the past. So how can we give you the woman or the man that's really meant for you? I know that you want that person back, but how can they accept you if you're dating someone else? How can they accept you if you're being dishonest, even to your heart? You know, you must listen to God. You must listen to the divine. You need to cut the cords of this never-ending cycle of breakup, makeup, or trying to find true love. Just because your true love ignored you. This person ignored you because you're dating someone else. How can this person choose you, or how can they message you if you're with someone else, right? So you need to release yourself. You need to be alone. You need to be at least be single. Okay, don't be afraid to be single. I feel like that's what you need to learn as well. Okay, because what happened to you is that you're encountering karmics because you're dating someone that's not really made for you. Someone that you don't really have feelings with. So that's what's going on with you, number 3. So anyway, let's see your charms. One more, they say. So anyway, this is your charms. So I feel for you all, could be you're dating someone that's your karmic, someone that you don't really have feelings with because you're in love with your divine counterpart. Could be your masculine or feminine, and I feel like they are right now waiting for you to do this, to accelerate like them. Okay? They're waiting for you to learn your lessons. They're waiting for you to be authentic, to choose them. Okay, to be honest with yourself, to choose what you really have feelings with. Because you have the star, and star is symbolism of twin flames, destiny, or whom is destined for you. Because I feel like this person is really destined for you. And you know that. You know that. You don't need to think twice. You don't need to, distort yourself. You need to accept the fact that you're in love with that person. That's what you need to, accept. Be authentic. That's what they want you to do. And take some time to heal. Take some time to have patience, the angels say. Okay, because you're being dishonest. You're dating someone that you don't really love. Okay, it says here, always be yourself. Unless you can be a unicorn, then always be a unicorn. So you're living in this fantasy land. That's why you encounter this karmic that makes you cry. Because you know to yourself that you're lying to yourself. That person is not what you're in love with. And I feel like you have been receiving messages from heaven of what you should be doing. Hey, do this and that. Release yourself from this toxicity. Be at least a masculine or feminine. Heal yourself so you can do your life purpose job. So that's why you're required to be single, number 3. Okay, so you can focus on what you should be doing, on money making, the angels say, because you're really meant for greatness, okay? Because you're currently experiencing difficulty in your career, because you're putting an energy to this toxic relationship that you currently have. You give and give to the wrong person and you're aware about it. So why are you giving to that person? So what they want you to do is be authentic. Put to rest on something that's not really made for you, because you're making your life miserable. Okay, that's what's happening to you. Put an ending to that cycle, okay, of wanting true love. You already found it. You already found this person, so why are you looking for true love? If you love your person, then be single for her or him and wait for this person to change. Okay, that's what they want you to do. And for some of you, it could be twin flame journey, because your person is the one who's leading you to spirituality. Because to be honest with you all, okay, before I begin my channel, I really find it hard to accept my twin flame, especially that, you know, I have traumatic past with my ex-husband. So basically, on the time wherein I finally accept the fact that I can't let go of this, because I felt drawn to this person, and no matter how many times I run away from the connection, I always encounter the Ten of Cups reverse, because I tried to ignore him before in my past. So what happened to me is that I break a lot of people's hearts just because I'm ignoring my twin flame. So I realized that no matter what I do, I always, you know, ended up in a wrong direction, because I'm not following my heart. My heart feels drawn to my twin flame. So I realized that I need to be, you know, authentic. I need to stay for my person. So when I cut out that habit of trying to find true love from others, or trying to run after certain people that's not really for me, I chose my twin flame. But you know, on the time that I chose him, he rejected my offer. And I realized that he rejected my offer because during those times, I really don't have yet a job. I don't have, what they call this, stability. I don't have career. So what I did is that I was so busy with finding myself. Okay, discovering what this is, a twin flame, so forth, wanting to know myself and so forth. So that is what directed me on to knowing what I am, what I can do, what's really my talent is, since I really have a diploma and I do finish another so-called line. Again, I have certificate. I can hardly speak. I have certificate about it. But then in my heart, that is not what I meant to do. Okay? So that's why I do some discoveries of who I am really. And that's what leads me to this. So that's why I tell you guys, if you felt drawn to your twin, then be single first and fix your life. Because your twin will never choose you if you're not on the same vibe as them. And I got rejected by my twin when I don't have a job yet. He has the one who has a job. Okay, so that's a technique on how to attract your twin. Okay, so anyway, I feel like with this one, I feel like they want you to, what they want you to do is that if the feelings overwhelm you, because they ask you to heal, right, about your past. So what they want you to do is, if the feelings overwhelm you, try to make yourself happy And also they want you to release old patterns. They want you to make the wise choices, decisions in your life. I feel like you're a spiritual healer as well for some, and I feel like most of you are intuitive, but you didn't discover those gifts yet because I have a feeling that you're stuck in the same patterns. You're too focused on love life. That is for some that you forgot your life purpose. You forgot to focus on it. So what I want you to do right now is focus on career. Okay? And be smart. Be authentic. Okay? Don't fool yourself. If you have feelings for someone, then stick with it. Be honest to your heart. So you already found your true love or true match, number 3. But you're not, what do you call this? You're not choosing that person. So anyway, make wise choices next time. That's what they want you to do. So number 3, these are your DiXit cards. So what they want you to do right now is focus on career. Okay, I feel like with the spirituality thing, I feel like you need to also balance the money and the career. Could be you're more into this one and then you forgot your spirituality. And let go of the old patterns. That's what I want to say. Or toxic relationships or something that's really keeping you stuck. And I feel like you need to learn yourself. You need to learn your true colors, because I feel like you could be somebody that's following the same, what do you call this, the point of view of your diploma. Okay, could be you're following what you should be your career, but it's not the right thing for you. So you need to release yourself. You need to be welcoming on what you're made to do. Like if you have power, or I really feel like you really have speech problem. I'm finding it hard to express myself, to be honest with you all. I feel like you have a talent of speech. I'm holding this because I lose my focus. So probably that's your problem. Why? Because you're focused on the wrong person, remember? And they are requiring you to be single first to fix your life, to know your life purpose. Okay? And I feel like some of you have a diploma, but that's not your life purpose is. Okay? So I feel like you need to escape the routine. Just because you have this kind of diploma, you have to be in this certain job. I feel like your life purpose is very different from what you studied for. That's why you need to discover yourself. Okay, but all that I can share to you now, number 3, is that your spiritual gift is you're meant to teach these people or your audience about what you experience. That's why you encounter a lot of difficulties in your life, and some of you, you're not yet there because you're still stuck in something that's holding you back from knowing yourself. Okay, so this is your theme. So you got exchanging gifts here. So what I'm feeling here is that you really need to let go of the past patterns as you have. And I feel like next time around, if this person gave you a second chance, you need to put an effort. Okay, and the reason behind why your past person is not reaching out to you, because you have somebody else. Okay, they respect you to the point that they don't want to reach you. Okay, that's what's happening here. And you will be accepted by your person if you're on the same level as they are. If you are on the same wavelength, the angels say, and you're honest, authentic, and you're following your intuition. They have a huge requirement because, of course, they deserve the best. They know what they're meant to have. They know their worth. So if you are not on the same vibe as they are, they will reject you. They will cut you off in their life. Okay, so they know what to do. They just don't talk to you because you have somebody else. And they respect you. They don't want to interfere with your third-party situations. They are spiritual beings, so please, okay, if you want your person, then be single. And discover first your talent, your spiritual gift, yourself, your true colors, and follow your destined life purpose, because you haven't doing it, okay? So anyway, here is your, okay, here is your, I can hardly speak advice. Probably your speech wasn't really evolved yet. So I need to really hold my tourmaline to make it work, okay? So with the strength, I feel like you have this strength to tackle anything that is hard in your life. And you're somebody that don't just give up. You're against suicide because you believe in hope. And I feel like another thing that your spiritual gift is, you can discover signs and synchronicities. Like you're being guided. And I feel like you just need to follow your guides. I feel like you have a connection with your guides, number 3. Okay, for some of you, you're really meant to express. That's what I'm sensing. Or you're talented. And time to decide, I feel like it has to do with your love life. Okay, so what I want you to do is, what do you call this? Oh, the right decision. I can't hardly speak. I feel like you need to make up your mind about love life. And that's what I want you to do. And make sure that you have to be authentic. That is what you need to learn. Is to be authentic, to make the right choices. And I feel like once that you made the right choice, once that you accepted this lover, whomever this is, as your love life, and you accept the fact that you need to be single and you need to follow your guides, that you have to release yourself and realize how strong you are, to let go of manipulative energies that surrounds you with, to discover yourself and to heal. So I feel like you're being required, number 3, to be single, okay? I feel like once that you follow your guides, you will be having this infinite abundance, okay? I feel like, you have a tendency to manifest money, but through your spiritual gifts, the angels say, not really on what you finish with, okay? Doesn't have a connection with your diploma. It has to do with your authenticity. You need to take some time to know your true colors, your true, your true authentic self, because, and keep on facing the north, the angels say. Let go of something that is toxic in your life. So the next is support. So I feel like some of you have the power to really listen to your guides, because I feel like you are light workers, number 3, okay? But I feel like avoid holding on to people that are not really resonating with your vibe, that that is toxic for you. And I feel like you need healing work to do as well. That's what you need to work on too, because you have been through a lot, and I feel like it's made you stronger. That's what they want to say. So you're strong enough to be single. So why are you afraid of being single? So take some time to heal, and they really want you to be single, number 3. I know that it sounds not nice at all for some of you, but I feel like you're putting a lot of time and effort to whom this person is, and you're not being authentic. You love the wrong person. You love someone whom you don't really have feelings with. Could be for some of you, you rush your love. So through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So I'm really sensitive within you. You really have hurt or hatred within because of your childhood, because of your traumatic past. You really need some time to heal. Because if you have problem within you, what will happen to you is that you might have that disruptive energy to the point that you will lose your lover again, the one that's really made for you. because you don't know how to love this person well. Okay? And in order for you to love your person, you have to heal. Okay? And you need to learn from your mistakes. And admit your mistakes. Okay? And realize that why this person is not reaching out, because you have somebody else. Okay? I feel like you have been waiting for this person to come back, but how can they come back if you're busy dating someone else? If you're not being authentic, if you didn't choose the one that you have feelings for, if you're being dishonest to yourself. That's why authenticity is important, and that is what you're gonna teach others. Whatever you learn in your life, that's what you're gonna teach. And people will listen. That is your spiritual gift. You have the gift of speech. You're a light worker, and you can talk to your guides, I feel. You're being supported. Okay? And by doing this will bring you abundance. And this will make you happy. Because if you're doing this, you are on the right track with regards to, career. Okay? And I feel like you also need to know number 3. In following your life purpose job, even though you're not earning much, abundance is not only about money. It's also about fulfillment in your heart. Okay? You're gonna be fulfilled in your heart if you know to yourself that you're following the guidance. That you're following your life purpose job, you're doing it. And at the same time, in terms of love life, you're being honest. You will choose someone whom you really love. If you really love that person, then choose that person. That's what I'm gonna say. Because that is a person whom you have feelings with. Okay? So, don't distort yourself. Don't choose someone that you don't have feelings with, because it's not healthy. Okay, it will just distort your future outcome. It will just distort your life. Okay, so is there anything else? And take some time to be single. Our life is not only about love life. Okay, don't worry, because once that you get there, okay, with your divine partner, once that you're like them, they will accept you back. They just can't accept you because you have someone else. And they know what's just to do is just to wait for you to be single, for you to accept them as the one. Okay, so is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, so the angels say to me that you have a tendency to be popular once that you do this. That's also what they want to say. And you will be loved by people around you. Because I feel like for some of you, you have a harsh childhood. And I feel like you haven't experienced what true love is. And the angels say, if you will be doing this, that is when you will see your love. Okay, that is when you will experience what true love is. From those people who believe in you. Okay, and angels say learn to be appreciative of your fans. If ever you will do this, learn to be appreciative of them, because whatever you attract has the same vibe as you are, or has the same experience, and they're listening to you because you have that wisdom to share or express to the world. Okay, through creativity, could be through your art, through your speech. Just take what resonates, guys. Alright, take some time to discover yourself. Don't rush your love. Learn to be authentic. Okay, that's the trick. Okay, because remember, if you're meant to be like this is a requirement. Being authentic is a requirement. Nobody will believe you if you're a liar. Okay? If you're meant to be a teacher, if you're meant to be a preacher, you have to be authentic. Like, even if you gonna say something blunt and honest truth, you have to do it. Okay? Because you have followers. Okay? How can they believe you if you're dishonest? That's what you need to keep in mind, number 3. Okay? So, is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching, those who chose number 3. And sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 4, which is a 12 Pentacles, here is a reading. So we may know what are your spiritual gifts, number 4. So here is the overall theme. You got co-create, chop wood, chaos and conflict, here and now, the tribe, treasure island, peace. This is another way they told me. Some of you, you're on the right path already, but they told me that there's something lacking still, even though you're doing your life purpose job already. But we'll check with your DiXit cards what it has to say. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 4. One more, they say. So we'll check. I feel like for this pile, you encounter manipulation since childhood. And there's a lot for you to realize that not always it's your relative's fault. Like in some cases, it's your fault as well. But then unfortunately, you need to encounter those things or those actions because you're really meant to experience manipulation in your life. The angels say, so we will check with your tarots. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 4. I feel like you're an honest person, number 4, and I feel like that will bring you into successful connection with God. They say God really wants somebody that's really an honest person, that has a capability to speak their truth, especially if you're meant to be a preacher or you're meant to speak in public. So I feel like your ability is to communicate in a public setting. So this is the overall energy. They wanted to turn it upright, so let's take it upright. What is the outcome? I feel like what's gonna happen to you, number 4, is that, okay, I feel like your divine partner will lead you on to a heartbreak that was very terrible, that's very hard to heal. But we will clarify the cards and let's see. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. The angels say that abundance is coming your way and be ready. Or some of you need to be patient for it because it's coming fast. So I feel like for some of you, you're experiencing the lack of abundance money, help from friends even for some of you. And I feel like you're waiting for a miracle to happen so that, you know, you can sustain back in terms of career matters. So I feel like for this pal, this is on what's going on with you. Because I feel like for some of you, you're already aware about your spiritual gifts. So what I want to say is that why would you need to learn about your spiritual gifts if you know it already? And if you're already doing your life purpose job. So I feel like they just gonna say something to you on what you need to know, number 4. But I feel like most of you are doubting still some of your skills. But if that is a case situation, okay, they will share to you as well if that is necessary. I can't hardly speak. Probably your self-expression was not really great. I feel like you need to enhance it, the angels say. You need to have plans as well for your future, and I feel like you need to let go of something that's holding you back. I feel like it's more on the grudges of the past, the things that you need to heal. Okay, because I feel like you're someone who has a good, perspective in life. You have a brighter future ahead, and what's holding you back is a thing of a past. But we'll check what it is. Probably, okay, it's about your family life. Okay, you could have a difficult experience there, childhood. Okay, and you experience a lot of deceitful people. Okay, I feel like you're currently in a hermit mode right now. So with the commitment being here, I feel like, what's going on with you guys, number 4, is that commitment is about to come in. Once that you release these things that's holding you back, make sure that you're authentic, because I feel like that's another thing what's holding you back. And remember that if you're doing your life purpose job, you have to be authentic. You have to be honest to your audience. How can they trust you if you're not honest? That's a thing that you need to be aware of, because I feel like there's somebody really that is wanting to give you the commitment and is waiting for the right time, and they are aware that they really does have feelings for you. And what's funny is both of you are holding a scroll. Okay, and I feel like both of you needed to be together to do your life purpose job. So I feel like, in this pile, you're already aware about your creativity, your spiritual gifts, and so forth. Okay, you already undergone the self-discovery phase. And what's missing is that a helper in your life, they say. That's what you need to do. And some of you, why you are being required on for the healing, because could be, okay, whomever this is that will be committed to you, you experience this War of the Roses with them. Like, you have been through a lot with this person. There could be argument that happened. That's why, you as a person, you didn't forgive yet. You wasn't able to open your heart yet for this individual here. So that's why this person is not coming back to you, because you closed your heart to them. And some of you, your anger was still there. That's why this is kind of fiery energy, which is kind of anger, and you have a tendency to decline the offer if you're still angry with your person. So that's why you're being required on divine feminines or masculines that needs healing work to do. You're being required on to heal and to realize that you have feelings still for the person of your past. And it's now time to make an action to heal yourself so you can accept your divine counterpart, number 4. And some of you, you're felt tuned to number 3. It is because it's a deeper explanation of things about your masculines or even feminines for some, if you're drawn to number 3. Okay, I know that is Sushant's reading, but then it might resonate for you, because me, when I encounter number 3, okay, it provides healing for me. It provides understanding for me. why I should forgive my divine counterpart, because to be honest, I'm like you, number 4, that has grudges in my heart about my masculine. And I am kinda like in this vibration before I encounter number 3 pile. Okay, with my divine masculine. But I feel like most of you really needs to wake up. Okay, to accept this person in your life, in your care, because they are our responsibility, whether or not they did hurt us or not. Because trust that one day this person will change. Because I feel like you're grounded, okay? You're single and I feel like you're there now. You're happy doing your life purpose job. But what's lacking is you're not seeing the 10 of Cups with your divine counterpart, because you're too focused on the drama of the past and you wasn't able to recover from that pain. Whenever you remember your divine counterpart, you always remember how they broke your heart. Okay? Because I feel like with the bird's nest, okay, you're someone that's a loving person. Okay? And I feel like with this butterfly, your counterpart is transforming. And your intuition is handling you again your responsibility as a divine counterpart. Accept your person back. That's what your intuition is telling you, number 4. Because your person is working hard. I feel like they're busy now with their work. They're trying to build up their money. They're single right now. That's what they want to say. And they're working very hard to achieve the 6 of Wands, because they are aware that they are not yet ready. They're not yet like you. Okay, that's why the balance is in reverse. So with this King of Roses, I feel like they're just busy with work. But to be honest with you, number 4, they still have some lingering ex around. I feel that for some. I don't know why I feel lingering ex. But I feel like with this, the Star card in reverse, Pentacles, I feel like this person, okay, doesn't really make you happy. I feel, because of what they did to you. They didn't treat you the right way, the one that you deserve. They didn't believe that you're destined to be. This is the old energy here, okay? This is the past, okay? And they misjudge you. That's why they put themselves in a third-party situation. But don't worry, guys, because it's already over. Okay? They're not focused on their coin. And they don't have someone else. Okay, they're not focused on any girls or any man, but though I sense that there is a lingering ex around. I don't know why I sense it, but probably for the collective, there is really a lingering ex. But we'll check with your charms what it will say to us. I feel like for some, you're thinking that this person is immature and it's very impossible for this person to change. But in your reading, guys, they are changing. And I feel like you have been receiving signs from the divine that this person is awakened, okay, awakening. And they are aware that they have feelings for you. And they have accepted you already. They accepted, you know, the contract between you guys. So I feel like you guys are really counterparts, number 4. So anyway, here are your charms. So I feel like both of you have the same feelings for each other. The attraction is still there, but some of you, you're still angry, you're still mad about what they did to you in the past, because in the past they choose their karmic, okay? But then I feel like they realize now how foolish they have been, that they mistreated you, they didn't treat you nicely, because I feel like you did them greatness, okay? You're the matured energy here, and you're nurturing to your person. You show this person what true love is, and that's what prove your authenticity as your divine counterpart. So they see you as the one, as your empress, or as their masculine, okay? Or Emperor. So I feel like you're the one that they really want to marry. They don't want another karmic connection because I feel like they got betrayed. I feel they cried. They cried because they chose the wrong partner. And you see here, okay, that there are two owls. So you guys are really twin flames, or you're really meant to be with this person. And you're someone who's matured already, obviously, while they take some time to be mature. That's why they need to encounter that karmic so that they may be awakened, the angels say, so that they may know how to love you, how to treat you well. And I feel like they already accepted the truth that you are the one for them with this star. Okay, they see you as their star, as their one. That's what I'm seeing here. And then I feel like they miss your sweetness. I feel like you're sweet to them. That's another thing why they like about you. But most of you feel hesitant because they played mind games on you. They played your heart, and you're so upset of what they did that things didn't go well in the past. Okay, but now they are realizing that they're wrong. They are putting an ending to the cycle of what they have been through, the angels say, and they're still in love with you. Okay, and they put an ending, they put the rest about their old partnership because their soul contract with that person is over. Okay, and then remember that both of you are holding this scroll. I feel like both of you needs to do something for the world together. That's why both of you should be together, the angels say. So I feel like you're someone who's busy now with your work. You're being intellectual and you're up there now. And I feel like your masculine or feminine is working hard to achieve you, to be like you. Okay, that's what they're doing right now. And I feel like with this one, I feel like for them, they play mind games on you, could be, or play games. But I feel like those things are over. Like you need to heal. You need to realize that people can change. That's what they want to say to you, number 4. So anyway, here is your DiXit cards. So I feel like this is what they're doing right now. They're trying to achieve their goals and their dreams. And I feel like they're willing to fight to have I feel like to have partnership with you. I feel like they're willing to accept you because I feel like they already did, but they're just waiting for you to accept them back. And for that, you have been receiving signs from heaven, and they say to you that if you ignore this person, you might be single forever. That's what they wanna say. Because I feel like you are imposed in terms of your abundance, because you decided to walk away from this person. You thought that by dating other person will make you abundant, will make you rich. And I feel like you have forgotten your counterpart because you have been hurt. Okay, and this person show you how evil they have been. That's why you're just focused at work. For some of you, you close the doors towards a new connection because you have been hurt. But they say don't worry because your person is changing, okay? Changing a lot, and they need you in their life. They say they cannot do their life purpose without you. That's what they want to say. So they ask you, please, okay, let go of the old patterns. I feel like you run away from the connection because I feel like before you're loyal, but then you took that leap of faith to leave because this person always made you feel this way. But then the angels say this person of yours wanna make up to you. They now understand that they put you in this state. They don't wanna leave you now. They are choosing you as their partner. And I feel like you have a tendency to break their heart. You have a tendency to turn down their offer because you're still mad of what they did. You are now the runner, is what I'm sensing. So you need to turn this in reverse. You need to accept your fate, that you guys will have a new beginning. You need to let go of the past and learn that this person is someone new. This is not somebody that you used to know. The angels say they change. They choose you already. Okay? And they will be at peace if you forgive them. And I feel like they're coming back to you with the tribe here. Because they miss your love. They miss your nurturing. They miss your comfort. They know that you are the one for them. And they haven't recovered yet from you. They still remember you. And now they're working hard to fix themselves. Okay? To accept authenticity. Okay, they're working hard to change their old ways because they want to co-create with you. They want to work with you. And with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like your person is really working hard right now. And I feel like you also remember how this person broke your heart or play mind games on you, or could be their juggle two girls or men at once, and I feel like they learned their lessons. It's now in reverse. They're no loyal. Okay? And I feel like, they want you back. They see you as their partner. So anyway, let's see what are the advice. So you got oracle cards. I feel like you already received signs that this person is coming back. Okay, by the oracle cards, by tarot readings, whatever it is. And I feel like you're a spiritual teacher and you're teaching about spirituality. So how can you be authentic in your spiritual truth if you're not, doing it? Okay, the angels say. So you're meant to be a spiritual teacher. You're meant to provide guidance. That's why you encounter these certain things to help others as well who struggles, like what you ever encounter with your person. I feel like this is a twin flame collective. Could be you need to teach people what you need to go through before you will have a union, because I feel like this is a successful group in terms of twin flames, that you will have a union in this lifetime journey. That's what I'm sensing. And I feel like right now you could be feeling sensitive with your person because they broke your heart. That's why they are teaching you to heal yourself. And I feel like you're really meant to be a teacher for others or a mentor so that they may experience the union with their counterpart. That's what you're meant to do. And I feel like you're wise. Okay, that's your spiritual gift, is wisdom, the angels say. And I feel like the study here is more on about your experience. What you experience is your book. Okay, and learn from your experiences. That's what they want you to do. That's why you will be a great teacher, because you encounter a lot of things in your life. And then the next is talk to your angels. So what I can say here is that this is one of your spiritual gifts, is that you can talk to your spirit guides. You can talk to angels, whatever, guides that you have. You can also talk to your ancestors, the angels. Say you have that ability to talk to them. And I feel like you need to enhance the talent if you wasn't able to enhance it yet, the angels say. So these are your advice. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So what I want you to do right now is purge the pain. Okay, and love your person. So I really advise you, number 4, to watch number 3. It will totally help you in your healing process, because it totally helped me to accept my twin flame back. Okay, so now the next card is I am the dreamer of my dream. So I feel like one of your spiritual gifts is manifestation. Whatever you dream about can manifest. So take note, guys, that you need to be authentic, and you also need, of course, to be positive as always, because the angels say whatever you dream about will manifest. So if you're somebody that is a negative person, you might what do you call this, you might put to fruition what is negative. I can hardly speak, I don't know why. Okay, So the next is joy is the ultimate creator. So if ever the feelings overwhelm you guys, okay, since some of you will be purging the pain of the past, what I want you to do is that, you know, do what makes you happy. Okay, to shift your vibration if your emotions is overwhelming. So for number 4, I really feel like you are aware, okay, about your gift. So you are a teacher and you're learning from your lessons. Whatever you learn from your experiences is what you're gonna teach. Okay, and I feel like you're meant to teach the Twin Flame Collective because you will experience finally a union with your twin flame. Congratulations, number 4. You did it. It is your reward. Why? Because you did what you have to do. Okay, and what's missing is, of course, a love life and working with your twin flame and trying to assist them. I feel like you really have to assist your twin flame, number 4. Okay, because you're still a child and you're someone whom has the knowledge already. And be patient with your lover because it may take some time for them, okay, to learn, okay, or to find themselves. I feel like by you being with them, it will ignite the passion in them, and I feel like they still love you. I feel like they still care for you, and they really they're waiting for that time wherein you will accept them back. And I feel like they really mistreated you in the past to the point that you don't want them back. So I will not force you, number 4, but all I can say to you is watch number 3. Okay? And don't turn down their offer because they changed already to be your partner. And I assure you that they are not the person that they used to be. Okay, so is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching, those who chose number 4, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 5, which is the Page of Pentacles, here is your reading. So let's see, what are your spiritual gifts, number 5? So I feel like you're good at money making. You're to focus on your work, the angels say. So this is your overall theme. You got serendipity, and then blessed, and also truth be told. This could be in either way, they say to me. But I feel like you really do have a focused mind and focused heart as well, the angels say, which is really good. You're grounded. So we'll check. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know. What are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 5? I feel like you have a career path that leads towards success, money making, but the angels say you feel in your heart that that is not the right path for you. I feel like you start to doubt. That's why you always hear in tarot channels to figure out your divine life purpose. I feel like some of you are not willing to give your all, okay, towards a spiritual path. You doubt, you don't know what to do, and I feel like you're afraid to be judged by others. Because for some of you, you could be somebody who pleases the family members, okay, and what happened is that it causes a fate that's not really good for you. Like you have a good stable income job, but then you feel in your heart that is not what you're meant to do, or slowly your soul contract for that job is slowly fading away. Like whether you like it or not, you have these hunches that it may one day be taken away from you. And remember, you chose the number 5. 5 is about changes that's happening in your life. Could be transformation as well. Okay, and then we'll check with your tarots what it will say to us. So remember that our job that is not on alignment on what we should be, like our life purpose, it's your training. Okay, because I give you an example, because to be honest, after I graduated, I work in a call center, and by working there, that is my training on how to enhance my communication skills. Because back in the day, I really doubt myself. I really don't know what is my skill. And even my childhood dream is, far away from my life purpose job. And because my dream when I was a child, I want to be a painter. But no matter how many times I tried, I go to painting school, I go to art class, no matter what I do, guys, okay, I'm really not good at it, okay. And what I'm good at is crafting. I'm not really into, drawing, painting. So I love to paint, but then it's sad news that it's not really meant for me, but I accept, okay? Anyway, we'll see. So the angels say, you will be popular on what you're meant to do, but I feel like most of you are really afraid to take that leap of faith. You're too worried of what will people tell you, okay, because you want something that's grounded. You don't want a job that will just, bring you unstable income. Like it will be just seasonal, that you will have an income and there's some certain days that you will not have, okay. I strongly feel like some of you are meant to be tarot readers. So anyway, this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. But you don't want to take that leap of faith, the angels say. You're not doing your calling. So we'll check with your cards. We will clarify, angels and guides. Please provide guidance for the cards, so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. Thank you. I strongly sense that this is a pile of somebody that's doubting their skills. Because could be for some of you already doing it, but then you're doubting yourself, your talent. I feel like you're trying to watch other tarot readers to try to enhance your skills, your talent, and so forth. Or add some things in your channel that can improve it, which is really nice. But then remember, guys, to follow your guides because it's the best, okay? Not only, follow what's trending. Because look at my channel. It's kind of like a free read, okay? Or freestyle. I don't use certain, spreads. It's just, freestyle. Okay, so I'm just following the guides, and then actually this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So you got on track in reverse. I feel like for some of you, you're still in that job that you were not supposed to be in. Okay, but you're aware of what you're passionate about, and you're aware that one day you will have this passion, what do you call this, like it will be the one that is your job. Because some of you, you could be taking your life purpose job as your not so-called priority, and you're too focused on the work that has a stable income. That can be, well, for some of you, you're stuck in the wrong job, okay, but you're aware what you're passionate about, and there's a tendency that you may release yourself to this job that is not really meant for you. Now, take what resonates, guys, okay? So with the waterfall in reverse, I feel like you're stressed because you're unhappy, because I feel like you can feel hunches. You know that this job, okay, the permanent one, will be released from you. You're aware about it, and you're too worried. That's why you can't go in with the flow. You're crying. That's what's going on with you. Because you have been receiving signs from the divine that, yeah, you will quit this. quit this job because it's not the one that makes you happy. It's just provider of money for you. That's why you're abundant and you're working towards it. But the heaven really wants you to give up this job of yours. I know that it's hard. Okay, it reminds me when I go to my soul tribe here in the Philippines before, and I really told them the truth that actually the heaven really wants me to have this in full time. So I told them that, and then they are shocked. They say, of all the things that the heaven will command, they will not want this to happen. Okay, that you will have to give up the one that's giving you abundance. But if you're a light worker, you have to take that risk. You have to do your job. I feel like they're asking you to make it as a full-time, but don't worry because you will still make money, okay, on doing your life purpose job, because you know to yourself that you're in the right path and this is what your heart wants you to do. And I feel like you can sense that because while you're still in this current job situation, you know in your heart that that is not what makes you happy. Your heart is against it. Okay. And it reminds me when I still work in a call center, to be honest with you all. Because, you know, my job there was to call in those people that are in debt in a certain bank. Okay. And you need to persuade the people that you called that they must pay their debt. But then, you know, on doing that, I can hear some people that will say to me that they don't have enough money. They will share their story. You know, I want to stay longer to hear them out. But we have this certain rule inside the company that we should have a, what do you call this? We should have a destined time for the calls, or to accept, what do you call this, certain time frame. Okay, kind of small talk only, but you know they don't really want their employees to have this conversation that's a very long, okay, with their with their clients. And that's really devastated me because I really want to talk to these people. Okay, but we are scripted. I can't even accommodate them the right way. I just will say how that I'm really sorry to hear that and so forth. Like you will act like a cold person, and I really feel bad about it. I'm not helping people at all, and that's why I feel guilty, to be honest with you. I know that that job is not what makes me happy because it really breaks my heart. Okay, to encounter certain people that are really in difficult situation and you can't even help them or hear them out. So with the accent being here, you know what you're meant to do, but you're still holding on to that job that really doesn't make you happy. You're still stuck there, you know, but you chose to remain where you are. So that's why you're not encountering the 10 of Cups, because the angels say if you follow your calling, it will bring you abundance, but there will be a risk to let go of something that you're currently in with your job. The angels say, because you're following the same format over and over again, but it never gave you the abundance that you want. Okay, so it's something that gives you money, but then it's not enough. That's why the angels wants you to take to the next level, that even though it's risky that you will leave this job, they assure you that you will have abundance upon doing your life purpose job, because you need to take that leap of faith. I feel like even though you're not gonna make any action, I feel like suddenly you will see these changes that's coming in. Like it's just gonna force you to leave that job. Okay, even if you don't act upon it, because that is not really the job that is meant for you. Okay, and you're kind of stuck there and you're not really waiting for the opportunity. Like I feel here with the 6 of Swords, I feel like you know, it's gonna be like a forced eviction kind of vibe thing. Like you're not expecting it to happen. That's what I'm sensing, because though you know you're calling, you don't really want to go away from it. So basically your spiritual gift is this: you have that capability to express yourself to others. Okay, that's your capability, and some people doubt it, doubt your communication skill with the Ace of Swords. And I feel like you don't really trust what is, you know, shown to you, because you don't believe, you doubt yourself. So what you can do, number 5, is to discover yourself. Take some time to be alone, take some time to know it. So if ever you're being asked on to be a preacher or to speak, try to enhance the talent by reading a book, okay? At least 1 chapter a day. That's what I'm gonna suggest to you, number 5, so that your communication skills will be enhanced. That's what I'm gonna suggest. So make sure that you're gonna read that orally, guys, not by your mind, okay? It could help you with your communication skills. And at first, it will be what they call this, what you not expect as something that is perfect. Don't be perfectionist. Don't be harsh to yourself, and know that it's just your first time, right? At first, it will be hard, okay? But then when you got to it, after let's say a couple of weeks or even a month, you will discover that you really have a talent of speech, of speaking your truth, or being authentic, expressive, okay? You're gonna release yourself from the shell, from the shyness that you should. I can hardly speak. Probably your throat chakra is really blocked, number 5, because you haven't enhanced that skill yet. So I really see here that you will release yourself. All of your outcomes, or all of your cards here, are telling that it will happen. Even though you hold on to the wrong job that you have, you will be forced to get away from it, okay? Anyway, here is your first card. You got the lightning bolt. So I have a feeling here, yeah, you're really holding on to your job. That's not really meant for you, and they want you to realize that this job that you have, though it gives you money, okay, it didn't give you enough money, okay, and you realize that your job is a burden, and you're really afraid to, you know, not have this job. But I feel like, you know, you releasing your job will be unexpected, okay? Even though you take an action or not, it will be released from you. And by this reading, it's just confirming that it's gonna happen. So make sure, number 5, to save some money, okay, to be prepared for it. And of course, invest on your talent. If ever you're called on to be a tarot reader, then you must invest on saving some money to buy some cards. And as well as if you doubt your talent, because some of you doubt your talent, doubt that you can do it, you have a vision that you will do it one day, practice your speech. Because some of you, your throat chakra is blocked. Probably you haven't discovered that skill of yours. At first, it's hard, okay? Because you're in the training, but then, you know, if you got used to it, you'll be able to communicate or express even more. So don't be upset, don't be too harsh or perfectionist to yourself, because, you know, it's a one by one step process here. It's not by one step it's gonna be perfect. Of course, there's trial and error, okay, at first, because I feel like you guys have a potential, and I feel like you know what you really love to do, okay, because I see here that you're aware of what you're passionate about, and that will bring you, of course, abundance, okay. And I feel like the heaven wants you to take some time, and that's funny because you have 2 owls here. I feel like your spiritual gift is that you have inner wisdom that you haven't discovered yet. So for this pile, I have a feeling that, yeah, you will leave your job. Why? Because you still need to discover yourself. You still need to know who you really are, what you're incapable to do, because some of you hasn't discovered your talent of speech, because you're a messenger of God. You're good at communicating, you're good at writing, you're also good at expressing yourself, and you haven't discovered that yet. Okay, but then don't be harsh to yourself, because it takes some time to know yourself, your true colors, your true nature, your true talent. Okay, that's why they're asking you, you know, please be advised that you will be released from this old job that you have, to take that leap of faith, to be someone that is meant for who you are, or to transform you of who you are. Self-discovery period. So I know that you're gonna be upset, but I feel here that you could be dealing with a job that is very toxic. To be honest with you, you encounter karmics there, and they say, how can you discover yourself if you're surrounded by toxic people around? And that's another reason why they gonna release you in your current job, to find yourself. Because as I can see here, look at your face here, you're not really happy, you're not really satisfied of your job, because it's not giving you enough money, no matter how many times you work hard on it, okay, or focus on it. That's why the heaven will make a way to make you realize that this is not the job for you, or making you forcefully release there. Because I see the moon here, like it will happen all of a sudden, even though you're not gonna take any appropriate move. Okay, because I feel that the job that's really meant for you is divinely guided, and of course it's on your path. If you follow your calling, the angels say, they assure you that your life will balance out. Because right now I have a feeling here that based on career based, it's not even balanced. Like you're in a chaotic world, like your world is kinda like you're in this toxic job that's not meant for you. So what happened is that even though we say that you're focused, you forgot to enhance your talent, you forgot to see what else can you do, because you're not gonna be stuck in the same situation here. Because I feel like you have a talent, you have that logic, you have wisdom deep within you, and I feel like right now, I feel like this is your dream. You want to be accelerated, you want to earn more, but how can you earn more in a certain job that's not providing you what you deserve? And at the same time, your heart is not into it. You know that you're not passionate about it. So that's why they ask you to focus on what you can do, rather than a company whom you're loyal to, but it's a karmic company. It's not really the place where you should be in. The angels say, and trust the divine, okay, that you can lead your life. You will be an empress or emperor once that you step into your life purpose job. Of course, at first it will be, hard, okay, but don't be afraid. Don't really, don't dim your light with negative thinking, because I feel like you could be thinking that if ever you will let go of your current job, this will happen to you. Like, if you go this way, you won't be abundant, or you will be a slow moving person on reaching your goals and your dreams. So the angels say, take note of what you think. I feel like you're so cautious, because you know to yourself that, or you know the true colors of the situation, that one day you will release this job, okay? Because I feel like with this sweet, I feel like you're really longing for something that is sweet, for something that is soft, because I feel like you could have a hard time with your job, and you really want a job that makes you happy. So if you really want a job that's like that, you really need to follow your calling, because you know, you will feel more content. You will feel more, what do you call this? You will feel more confident knowing that you're on the right path, because you know that that job is permanent for you, rather than having a job that you're aware about that's not really meant for you. Because for sure you have that feeling that one day it will be gone because it's your karmic job. Okay, so anyway, this is your card, so you got this. So I feel like you really need to release yourself from your old job, release your old patterns of thinking negatively about your talent, because I have a feeling here that what you think about your talent is that, or your spiritual gifts, is that it will cut down your dreams, because I feel like you plan on saving money to be abundant. Okay, that's why you really need a stable job, and that's why you're really afraid to let go of this current job that you had. And the angels say you need to realize that you're stuck. You're stuck in the wrong job, and you really need to break free, because look at that, you're stressed out. Okay, and I feel like your job is not giving you enough to sustain yourself, to sustain your life, and there's a lot of turmoil waters, or a lot of arguments there, or stress. That's why they ask you to release yourself. Be prepared for this, because you will not see it coming, that you will end up like this, because you have to be alone. You encounter a lot of toxic people in your life. That's why they are requiring you, to have some time of contemplation and know your dreams, know your desires, know yourself. Heal yourself as well from past woundings. The angels say, look within, because you haven't discovered your talent yet. And know that if you are alone, that is when you will be easily to discover who you really are. And you will be talented on your own, so don't dim your light but by thinking that you can do it on your own. Okay? You can be independent. Trust yourself that you can do it, and you can manifest whatever you want, because your focus is on point. Okay? But the problem is, based on your reading, is that you're focused on the wrong thing. So it's better to focus on what the divine has sent to you, because one of your spiritual gifts is that whatever you focus on will manifest. But if you're focused on the wrong thing, yes, it will bring you money, but it's not enough. Okay, so make sure that you're on alignment, because I feel like you really have some cards that's about discovering yourself or being alone. But trust the process, the angels say, because I feel like upon losing your job, of course you will be unhappy, you will be angry to the divine, okay, of releasing you from the job. But the angels say, see the positive side of things rather than thinking only negative things, the angels say. And I feel like they will give you some time, of course, and space to see your talent, because you haven't known it yet with the moon here. That's why you're here. And another capability of yours is that you can have money. You can manifest abundance, the angels say. And I really see here that you're really afraid to take that leap of faith to accept your calling. Though you receive signs, I feel like you have been, ignoring it, because you're thinking negatively, okay, that it will not give you what you want, or you're not gonna be abundant for it. I'm having a hard time to speak, forgive guys, okay? So I have a feeling here that in your company, or you're afraid to take that leap of faith for the calling, because people will judge you. You're afraid of it, okay? And it's not written on your family line that you will have this certain job. I feel like you're very afraid of how people will judge you. That's why you're gonna cry. Like, even though you're gonna perform or you're gonna do your life purpose job, you're really afraid of how people will say or how your relatives will react. because that's not what they want you to be, and that's why you're being required on by God. So to be alone, the angels say, because no one can understand you, especially if you're in the spiritual journey. Okay, because it's an odd job, to be honest with you, that you can't even explain to everyone at all. So if ever that's the case scenario, better just to make it as a secret for some of you. Okay, because I feel like it will really turn you from rags to riches. Okay, the one that is really sent for you as your spirit, I feel like as your job, because I feel like you know in your heart what you really want to do, and that's what you're happy to do, but then you're really afraid of people. I feel like those people are disrupting, are very toxic, the angels say, and they're destroying what you're made of, the angels say, and it goes in your palm, like it goes since you're little. That's what I'm sensing. That's why the heaven is trying to make you alone right now, because if you're still dealing with certain people that are swaying you in the wrong path, you will end up in a maze. You cannot be able to find yourself, find your true colors, find your spiritual path, or do even your spiritual job, the angels say, because they are not open-minded people. They are in the society's point of view, okay, that they want you to be rich, they want you to be famous, they want you to have title, they want you to have a stable job, and so forth. Okay, and it's stressing us out. And remember that money shouldn't be our guide or our emperor or empress. It's just an object. And what's important is doing your divine mission work on earth, being in a spiritual journey or the right path, and following what we are being guided on to do, rather than being manipulated and controlled over and over again, because it's happening here by the elders or those people that are giving you wrong advices. Okay, please be prepared, because you really need to do this, number 5. So anyway, you will be, what you call this, changing your job, changing your career. And I feel like that is when you will realize that spirituality is important, because look at you, you go round and round in circles, and since you're really stuck, could be in your relatives or in the society's point of view, you're not seeing your talent. I feel like you're aware, but you think negatively about it, or you think about your family's point of view. What if, okay, in your head. So better release yourself, realize your talent, release yourself from your doubts, from what ifs, and so forth. Okay, because it's holding you back. I know that it's hard, number 5. So if you want to stay in your company, make sure, guys, that you're saving some money for a new apartment, could be, or a new home to stay in, so that nobody will control you, because I feel like you're being controlled. That's why you wasn't able to see your gifts. Okay, so anyway, here are your themes. So you got serendipity. So I feel like you have been called to do something. Okay, I feel like you're aware of what you love to do. Okay, so you accept it, but then you don't accept the truth. It's kinda reverse. Okay, you're still, staying in a certain company that you're not made to, but I feel like you know this. Okay, so be authentic, the angels say, because I feel in this page of Pentacles, I feel like you really want stability, and you're really afraid to let that go. But you must analyze, the angels say. What does this company give to you? Only money, right? But in your heart, it's not what you want to do. And you have a talent. You have certain things or messages that you can give towards others. Okay, you have this wisdom that people needs to know. This is your mission work. That's why it's bugging you day and night, making you remember this. I feel like in your heart you're not satisfied and happy because you're not following your divine path. So we'll see with your cards. You got yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercise. So I have a feeling here that they want you to meditate. They want you to see or take some time to heal and be alone, the angels say, to discover yourself and align also your chakras, what I'm sensing, because I feel like you're kinda distorted, like your throat chakra is blocked, you can't hardly express, but it's very odd that, you have this talent to express. Okay, so anyway, what they ask you to do is to heal. And if you don't know how to meditate, you can pray to God deeply. Okay, or you can sleep while playing in your phone or on your laptop the Reiki healing or 7 chakras alignment songs and so forth. It can align your chakra and practice your speech. If you really doubt your talent in speaking, then practice it, the angels say. So anyway, here are your other advice. You got, I surrender to a power greater than me. So anyway, to be honest with you all, we cannot escape the calling because it happened to me. Okay, like after I finished my other education, because I tried to shift my career since I got sick of being in a call center, so that my family put me to another school. So after I finished that, guys, to be honest with you, I try my best to find a job that's stable. Of course, my relatives wants a stable job that has a connection with my diploma and so forth. But what happened is that I can find a job. Okay, if I find one, I can't get in. Even though I passed the interview, okay, I just can't get in. And I realized that I can't really escape the calling. So I forcefully take this as full-time. I know that it's harsh for us light workers, but if that is our calling, we must accept. At first, we don't see this blessing as somewhat a blessing. But then when we get to it, guys, at first it's just hard. In the beginning, it's always like that on how we feel. It's our egos trying to stop us from doing our life purpose job. But once that you get in, guys, okay, once that you've been doing this for months, let's say, okay, you're gonna feel in your heart that contentment because you're on the right path. Because you will have abundance in your heart, in your mind, in your body and soul. You feel satisfied and happy because abundance is not only about money. Okay, it's also about helping others. It's also about making our heart feel satisfied and happy, and knowing that we are doing our purpose on earth. And that's really what's enough. And if you're happy deep within you, that is when you will attract a lot of abundance, especially if you help a lot of people. Okay, so it will bring you great joy. And then the next is, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So the angels say you're being called on to be independent, right? To go away from toxic environment or toxic people. It is because you need some healing work to do. At the same time, the heaven also asks you to be attached from our Creator, from our God, because by faith it will give you strength, and God is your guidance. And to be honest with you, I have been teaching people because they're asking me how to be like you, like an angelic medium and so forth. And I always say to them, in the beginning, it starts with my connection with God. Okay, that's the process of it. And the angels will reach to you if you have that bond to God. And remember that the heaven is supporting those people whom are like preachers, like they are sending angels, okay, or archangels, even spirits, to provide you the guidance that you need. Okay, so without faith, the angels say, you don't know which path you should be in, or it's very hard to read without the guides. To be honest with you, you will be context based. Okay, not all context bases are accurate. Okay, so it's very different if you have guides by your side, because I really love to have guides by my side. I won't be a type of reader who depends so much on what the people will suggest me to do, because whatever they suggest me to do is what really the people really needs to know right now or want right now, okay, rather than what not, or what's about to come and so forth. It's guidance from heaven. Because if you're somebody that's not an angelic base, you base it on your fans, on the polls, okay, you're like pleasing others, or you don't really know what is your your path in life. You don't really know your calling, because we are here to to provide what the people wants right now or really needed, not by the ego and so forth. Okay, because to be honest with you all, I just noticed that during the COVID-19 is when people got so aggressive with love life. And my question is, how can you think about love life if you can't even go out there and be safe? Because to be honest with you, COVID-19 is teaching us to be patient, to take a pause, to have a big break. Because if you're out there again and you start working and so forth with your daily life, you forgot to discover yourself for who you really are. And you forgot also to heal your inner woundings deep within you. Because if you're busy, you forgot yourself. And if you're busy also on pleasing others, you forgot to love yourself first. Okay, there's a lot of things that we forgot. Okay, and then on sometimes in our life, yes, we finish our studies. Okay, but it doesn't give us an assurance if that is what you're really made on to do in this world. I know that some of you are annoyed that you're not gonna use your diploma and so forth, but it's a blessing in disguise. Okay, because you have this job. I can hardly speak. You can have this job. Okay, that is a training for you. Because in some companies, it's very strict that you cannot have that certain job if you don't have a diploma. It's still a blessing in disguise. Like even though you didn't use whatever you learned, but at least you have a diploma to show to your kids, okay, that you graduated and you managed to have a title, or at least, did a certain job in an early years. It's something to be proud of. Okay, but at the same time, you will be proud because you're on the right path. Like you are a light for others. You're helping people to discover themselves, because I feel like you have a power to motivate others as well. Okay, so the next card that you have is, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So I have a feeling here that you doubt and doubt and doubt, and even you doubt God. But God has our records in heaven. God knows what is best for us. It's not the humans knows what's best for us, because to be honest, what they will be focusing on is your dream and you are still a child. Okay, because people thought that my dream as a child was a painter, so they directed me on to certain, schools that's about arts. So it's not really my talent at all. I really felt bad to myself that I discovered that I have a speech capabilities or self-expression capabilities when I was what do you call this, of age. My gosh, it's very late for me to discover, guys. Okay, my self-discovery happened way back 2018, and imagine that 2018 is when I finally let go and begin with my life purpose job. But I'm gonna say to you guys that it's never too late. It's never too late to go after what really brings happiness and joy to your heart. And I know that at first it's hard, you doubt yourself, but then I tell you, if you get to it, you will feel content, you will feel happy because you discovered yourself that, you know, you will be a light for others, you will give inspiration to everyone, you can write your story. There's a lot of capabilities that you can imagine if you free yourself rather than in just working for a company, okay, and you only have a limited time to do what you really love to do. So I feel like the heaven is asking you to work on with your spiritual gifts because you have a gift of speech, and discover yourself what else that you can do, because I feel like you have a tendency as well to talk to your guides, but then the process to have that capability is that you need to be, you know, attached to God, because some of you are not yet attached and you doubt and you don't want to surrender yet. So the angels say be closer to God. That's what they're gonna suggest you to do, and have some time to find yourself. And it take a month or a year to discover, but the angels say that's why they ask you, don't rush, don't be harsh to yourself. Okay, I know that it may take some time, but it will be worth it. Okay, so is there anything else? They said accept God's gift for you and you will see miracles unfolding in your life. Okay? And you will discover your true colors, your true nature, because as I see in your reading, guys, is that you're not yet there. You haven't discovered whom you really are. So take some time to know yourself. Be a friend to yourself rather than be a friend to a company that's not really meant for you. Okay? Is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Those who chose number 5, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 6, which is the Magician card, here is your reading. So we'll see what are your spiritual gifts, number 6. So anyway, here is your overall theme of the reading. So you got time for nap. So this is, I feel like you're conflicted, number 6. So all that glitters is the next, time to go, and then round and round. And this is in either, okay, they put it in reverse. The round and round is in reverse. I'm just following my guides, alright? So anyway, we'll see with your DiXit cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know. What are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 6? So the angels say to me that there's a lot of things that you need to do. The angels say, because I feel like my head hurts a lot with your pal. I feel like you have been thinking, what now? I feel like for some of you, you just in this deep contemplation period, you've been heartbroken. Could be because of a job, could be because of a business that didn't work out, and so forth. And I feel like things are falling apart in terms of money department. Or some of you could be a love life, could be you were not with somebody that gave you money, or could be you have somebody that provides for you, but now they're gone, you don't know what to do next, okay? But then we'll check with your tarots. That's why you're here. You want to know what can you do, or at least your spiritual gifts. Okay, so let's see with your tarots, angels and guides. Please provide guidance for the cards so we may know What are the spiritual gifts of those who chose number 6? I feel like you wanna invest on a project, but you're not really sure if it will work out. I feel like you want to speak with somebody, but I feel like you're kinda stressed out on how you're gonna approach, because I feel like right now there is a tower moment that happened to you, and I feel like you really want to ask someone for help, but I feel like you're holding back. You don't know if they can be trusted, you don't know if they can help you, and so forth. So this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So what is the outcome? So the angels say you've been praying to God that you will be helped, okay, by this somebody else that you have in mind. You don't know if he or she will be able to help you, but I feel like you're aware that this is your last option, okay, whomever that is that you have in mind, and you're really comfortable in talking to this person, because I feel like this is your other half, or I feel like you're sad that you abandoned this person, I feel, but then they're standing in their power and you think now that they can help you. But we will clarify your cards, angels and guides. Please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. I feel like you have to let go and let God. That's what I sense, because I feel like you don't trust the divine in the process. I feel like you encounter some certain signs or dreams even that the path that you think of is right for you. And I have a feeling here that if ever you're in a twin flame journey, or you know your counterpart already, I feel like you're waiting for a sign if it's appropriate to approach or to at least speak about your problem, because I feel like you're shy. Probably you did mess with this person's life and now you're coming back to them, and I feel like for some of you, of course, you have pride or ego, okay, or you know that it's inappropriate because they could be your ex. But I feel like you are being called on to approach. That's what I'm sensing, number 6. That's why you felt drawn to your person. So your intuition is right that you really need to approach. Because this is your overall energy. Is that you have so spiritual gift, intuition, okay, since you felt drawn to it, right? So I feel like right now you're left in the cold. You don't have anyone to talk to. You just release something that is burdening you. Could be a business that didn't work out, career can be, or love life, whatever it is, okay, just take what resonates, number 6. So right now I feel like you're trying to let go of this something that you work on that didn't work out, okay, and I feel like for some of you, you're still hesitant to let go with the 6 of Swords in reverse. You don't know what to do, but you're aware that you have to let it go. That's what I'm sensing, because it's causing you stress, it's causing you anxiety, and you're aware that what you work on to is not really working, okay, what you invest on is not something that you're calling of. That's what I'm sensing, and I feel like you're upset because you're aware that you need to move on, but then you're holding on tightly, okay, to it, thinking that there might be hope. And then you got this Queen of Forces. I feel like this is that somebody that you really think about, whom will help you. That's what I'm sensing. But then I feel like you got history with this person. I feel like you were afraid that you might be rejected by this person, because I feel like With the Three of Pentacles, I feel like whatever you work on didn't work. While this person is highly intuitive, okay, and they could be a good teacher, they can be a good provider of information, or could be money as well. That's why you think that they can help you. And I feel like you felt drawn to them because your intuition tells you, or you really felt drawn. I feel like your spiritual gift is that you can listen to your intuition. You have that capability to have a gut feeling, the angels say. So with the for the War of the Roses being in reverse, I have a feeling here. I feel this is more on the past energy. Okay, I lose my concentration with this set of cards, but what I want you to do right now is to release, okay, yourself from negative thinking, and also release yourself or detach from the past. It's not the past, it's the present moment, that both of you are different right now, and this is the current situation right now, is that with the sense of time being in reverse, I feel like you really need to release yourself from something that didn't work out. And don't wait for it, or don't wait for the hope to come in, because it will not come in. You need to realize that the contract of it is over. Okay? Because, okay, this is something that you're holding on to, okay, is toxic for you. It's giving you stress, and you're still putting an effort to it, okay, and the divine is asking you, please release yourself from this, because you can only have this calmness, peace, if you're able to release that toxicity in your life. How can you discover yourself, your spiritual gifts, if you're not willing to let go of certain things that doesn't work? Because with the loving elementals, you know to yourself that this is not what you want. That's why you need to put an ending to it, because I feel like, it could be a relationship or something that's controlling, manipulative, and so forth. If ever it's a job, business, and so forth, or it's very stressful and you're not earning anything from it, so why are you gonna stay there? Number 6. If it's not really working out. So that's what they want you to see. Okay, let's see the outcome. So the Garden. I'm sensing like for some of you, you might approach the wrong person, and it will cause you a tower moment, because I feel like you're being asked on to let go of anyone that the heaven wants you to break free from, because I feel like you're browsing your options on whom can help you. So you have a tendency to approach the wrong person, okay? So up in the air reverse. So if ever it's about a love connection, be prepared for a heartache, because no matter what you do, you try to put an effort into, it's not gonna work, because that person is not meant to be in your future, as the angels say, because the divine is asking you to take a pause. Don't rush. Could be you have this fiery energy that you want to, you're a go-getter, okay, you just take an action without thinking first. So this is what you need to do. Number 6 is to analyze what makes you happy. Okay, so focus. It's now time to focus on you, because you have been draining yourself from something that doesn't work out. Okay, so focus on what you feel like working out, rather than on certain things that didn't work out. It didn't work out for a reason, and the first reason for it is that it's because it's not really meant for you, or it's not gonna last long. It's for a short term. So right now, you need to calm yourself, heal yourself from this kind of disaster. Find your inner peace and heal your inner woundings. Okay, be single and realize the gifts that you currently have, rather than, what's causing you stress and so forth. You cannot think clearly if you're surrounded by, egotistical people, the angels say, by toxicity, and so forth. So you're being asked on, please take some time to heal, take some time to be in a hermit mode, to find your inner peace, to discover what makes you happy. Okay, because if you're holding on to something that's toxic, you're just gonna ended up in a roller coaster, or in a never-ending story of breakup, makeup, and so forth. Okay, and you're not gonna achieve anything. So better release yourself, prepare that it will happen. Okay, that God will release you from people that are not really meant for you, because you're lying to yourself. You're playing pretend that you're happy with that certain people, individual, or things, but then look at you, it's causing you stress and you're going away from it because it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy to invest on something that's not working out. So with the accent being here, so for some of you, this is your dream, the angels say, but I feel like you have been giving too much with the wrong partner for some of you, or your family, the task. I feel like if this is your case situation number 6, you better take good care of yourself, the angels say. Know whom to invest with, because if these people are just taking advantage of you for money that you forgot yourself, the angels say it gonna drain you. So make sure that you balance yourself, balance your responsibilities for them, and balance your responsibility for yourself. Take some time or make some room to save your money for yourself. And I feel like within this week you're being shown on with the true colors of the people that surrounds you with, so that your life will be in order again. And I feel like they will align the right people for you. That's why you may find yourself going back to your exes, because the divine is sharing to you that, hey, the one that you're left in the cold is the one for you, or they're the one who can help you with what you're going through. Okay, because I feel like the last option that you have is going back to your ex for some of you. But then there's case situation here that God is aligning you to the right person. So be it, number 6. And if ever you're not comfortable, then just be calm. Okay, be at peace and harmony, and of course pay attention to the red flags. If that person is not that welcoming, then take some time to wait. The angels say you cannot force somebody to come back in your life if both of you are not yet prepared for it. And I feel like for some of you with the Oriole and the Sphinx, I feel like, yeah, if it is about your ex or people that you thought is not really meant for you, I feel like you think that you better be alone by yourself and invest on the money for yourself only. So what heaven wants you to know is that you're not alone in this world. There are certain people or soul tribe that your so called is really meant to help you heal, or meant to be in your life. So the angels say, don't dim your light, don't think about the negativity. You need the help of God. I feel like for some of you, you close the door to heaven. Okay, you're not that close to God. That's why your thoughts are always clouded. You're being drawn onto the wrong people, because I see in your outcome that you have that capability to approach the wrong people. So make sure to cleanse your energy or vibration and have that positivity in you as well, and learn how to let go of what doesn't serve you, and also learn to heal, learn to listen to your heart, number 6. And 6 color is green, and green is about heart chakra. So you're being experiencing this awakening or epiphany that you need heart. You don't I feel like, because some of you are basing it always on your thoughts, on your mind, but your mind is always racing, that you forgot your heart. Okay, so be prepared for some great changes in your life, because I have a feeling here that you really want to invest on something that's gonna work out. I feel like for some of you, you just let go of a job or something that doesn't work out. I feel like the heaven is forcing you to break free, because I feel like for some of you, you're encountering an individual that really took advantage of you, or is really controlling, manipulative, or toxic. Love life could be a partner, job, a business, and this is not working out, so that's why you're left in the cold. But then the angels say that I feel like you're afraid to be alone, but then I feel like there's somebody that will help you. Okay, but it's not somebody that's deceitful. So I feel like you need to be alone to invest, to know yourself, to know what you can do. But we'll check if ever they will give you a clue about your spiritual gifts, because I see here that the angels are sharing to you about what's going on with your life, because that is what you need to focus on right now. I know that this is more about spiritual gifts, but how can you discover it if you're in this kind of situation and they're just trying to help you? Number 6. So I almost forgot your charms. See, I feel like you can't focus because you have some troubles, but we'll check your charms, what it will say to us. Sorry guys, I almost forgot your charms. Oh dear, there's a lot going on with your life. No wonder why you don't discover yourself. I feel like you're in the process of being alone, being single. Okay, not for the rest of your life, but you know, there's this time that we should be single, that we should be on our own. Like if you're into spirituality, like make your Bible, or make the one that is about religious as your map to your life. Because if you're a light worker, your life is kind of like Jesus kind of vibe, because Jesus also have these 40 days of being alone in the desert, and so was for the light workers. And I feel like you guys are on that process of being alone in the desert thing, and you will only have a spirit by your side, okay, to guide you. So I feel like you're really afraid of that big changes, and I feel like this is what you need to realize. Number 6 is that you're not really happy, okay, of what you have to let go, because it's a toxic situation. And I feel like you're just playing pretend, playing mind games and so forth, that you're happy on where you are, when deep within is that you're suffering. And it says here, always be yourself. Unless you can be a unicorn, then always be a unicorn. So what I'm sensing here, guys, is that you really is pretending, okay? But you know to yourself that it's not healthy, like you're playing your own self by not being authentic. So it's now time to practice authenticity in your life, because that is your gateway towards your destination. The angels say you cannot be deceitful towards others and to yourself. How can you find your right path if you are deceitful? Okay, so I have a feeling here that you have a good heart. Okay, and when you love, it's really true and authentic, and you have this nurturer vibe. But then if it's about love life, you don't deserve somebody that's really toxic for you, because I feel like you really love this person, whomever that is, but they are too toxic for you. You could have that wisdom, but then this individual here takes some time to mature. They're not as mature as you are. And do you think they deserve your loyalty? Could be you're dealing with somebody that's a player type and you're the loyal here. So that doesn't match at all. It's toxic. So please let go of certain individual or partner that's just playing mind games on you and seeing you as a joke. Okay, so this time around, be somebody that's wise enough, that's intellectual enough to know what you deserve. Okay, if you're loyal, you deserve a person that's loyal. If you're a loving person, you deserve somebody that's as loving as you are too. And you cannot make up on something or someone that doesn't work out. How can you accelerate if you're dealing with somebody that's really draining you? Okay? Learn to let go of something that is toxic in your life because it is for the best. And take some time to heal. Okay, you have spiritual gifts, but then you're not really using that, the angels say. Now, let's see with your overall theme. So, what they want you to do is let go of something that doesn't serve you. And if it is about the mask or you not being authentic, they say please avoid wearing mask. Avoid showing to the world that you have a partner, but then it's not reality. That you're happy with them. The reality is that you're suffering already. It doesn't work out. This person may just love you because of your money, but once that it's gone, do you think that they will love you? For sure, because I think that you're not willing to let go. You're still investing on the wrong person here. So anyway, the angels say, how can you manifest abundance? Then you're gonna give it to the wrong person. The angels say, because another thing why abundance is not coming in your life, because God knows that you're just putting it into something that doesn't work out. Okay, that's what you need to know, the angels say. So anyway, here are your cards. So you got creative expression. So for you, your spiritual gift is expressing yourself. You could be a romantic person, that can be, or you could be good at writing poems. I feel like your spiritual gift is really expressing yourself through creativity and then trust. I feel like you have psychic ability that you didn't lack yet. I feel like you lack trusting the divine in the process, or letting go of something that doesn't serve you, because you don't know what will happen next if I let go. You're really having a hard time to let go, because I feel here that they say you're on the right path if you follow the 10 of Cups. What is the 10 of Cups? Emotional fulfillment. Okay, and they want you to learn how to create healthy boundaries, because I feel like someone is, manipulating you, using you. And I feel like you encounter certain difficult situation because you need to learn how to make them feel like you need to be respected, because I feel like that individual don't respect you at all. They are controlling you, manipulating you. So this time around, you need to protect yourself and trust the divine in the process. So anyway, here are your advice you got. I always trust the direction of the universe and know that I'm being guided. So I feel here that you need to listen to your heart. I feel like you have a capability to listen to the divine, but then you keep on doubting. That's why you have the trust card here. That is your spiritual gift. And then the next is, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth and amid discomfort. So what I feel here is that you're really uncomfortable in releasing, okay? But then there's a deeper meaning behind it, and it's for your personal growth. How can you grow if you're surrounded by toxicity in your life? You cannot grow, you cannot achieve success if you're dealing with a leech or something that's not healthy for you. So even if you're uncomfortable of the process, you have to trust. Because one of your power is, you know your guides, you know what they're talking about, but then you're not following their guidance. Don't wait for the time wherein they will not give you guidance anymore, because they're upset, because you're not following it, and so forth. So the next is, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So this is your gift. You have a gift of manifestation, but take note that if what you're manifesting is not on alignment, they will not give it to you. because they're trying to guide you onto the right path. Know how to listen to your heart. Know how to listen to your guides, because you really have that spiritual gift, and you don't have to focus too much on your doubts, on the way that you think. You know, avoid disrupting yourself too much in your thoughts. Avoid overthinking because it destroys your life. Did it benefit you when you overthink? Okay, I think that you accidentally hurt your ex, if ever it's about your ex. Okay, when you overthink and then you accidentally hurt them. So learn from your mistakes, number 6. And take some time to heal as well, because it's very hard for you to let go, and learn to let go. Learn to follow the right path. Learn to follow the divine. Learn to listen to your heart, the angels say. You will be on the right path if you know to yourself that that person or that path is the best for you, is not toxic. The path that is not meant for us is something that is toxic for us, and what we feel that is not right. And I feel like one of your spiritual gifts, number 6, is that you have these hunches within you. You know how to listen to your heart, but some of you didn't see that capability yet because you're always in your head. Okay, avoid thinking too much, avoid being too egotistical, too protective over your fears, and learn to face your fears. I know that it's scary to take that leap of faith to leave, but it's for the best. Okay, take some time to analyze your life. The angels say, why is it repetitive cycle and so forth? And learn from your mistakes. The angels say, and practice on the gift of letting go. The angels say, because the angels say if you're in this journey of, example, you caught yourself in the wrong path. Okay, the angels say you cannot grow if you're in a path that doesn't do good for you. The angels say, like example, you are with a group of friends that doesn't resonate with you. And we know the saying, tell me who your friends are and I tell you who you are. But then you discover that those friends that you have doesn't really resonate with your vibe. Those are not your soul tribes. Those are karmics. Okay, because you know to yourself that you are not them. So better release yourself. Learn how to listen to your heart and be brave, the angels say. Because you have a lot of talents with regards to spiritual gifts, but then you're too focused on your mind. That's why you can't discover who you are and what makes you happy and so forth. There's a lot of things that you learn. Number 6, take some time to heal and discover the path that is aligning to you. Is there anything else? They say trust the divine, don't doubt, the angels say, because some of you, you're always thinking too much, that you procrastinate or you let go of certain things that are good for you or healthy for you. So be patient, be wise, take some time to heal, take some time to think rather than to always move without thinking first, the angels say. It's not healthy, it's not wise to just, make an action without thinking first, without analyzing, without the divine's help as well, and so forth. And avoid depending it on, your friends, because I feel like some of you really wants guidance and you're too dependent over people's advice for you. So you have to learn as well to make the right choices and decisions, and how to make the decisions on your own, the angels say, because you cannot grow, you cannot accelerate if you don't even know how to make the wise choices in life. How can you survive the world if you're too dependent on anyone, they say, because it's one of, what you need to know to survive. And remember that in this world, our life is not permanent. So what will you do if they are gone? How can you make the right choices if they are gone? So in this world, you're being taught on to be independent. Okay? It's not really healthy to be always dependent. So is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching, those who chose number 6. And sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye.